we all fell in love with the yellows because they won in them nonstop. But I do think that the new green, Fenway greens, as they're calling them, I think it's a perfect fit. And they just look awesome. And it's one of those things where the more the night wore on, they just felt like such a perfect fit. Like, just the tableau of Fenway Park. I mean, really, like, the jerseys blend into everything that's going on the walls. So I love the yellow numbers. I think that's such a nice touch, not only to the poles down right and left, but also if you pay attention here at Fenway, like in an inning, if the Red Sox are rallying, the number of runs they have scored before the inning is over is in yellow. So I think that's kind of a cool touch too. Like sort of the indentations on the number, like the divots on the green monster. I think they're awesome. Alex Bregman was wearing the secondary hat with the unis earlier today. It's this white hat with a green bill, the circular B in the middle.
Right.
I know people go crazy and they think that it's all driven by cash and marketing, and certainly Major League Baseball is sort of a profit-driven business, like every other professional sports league. But I'll tell you right now, I'm walking around Fenway today. I walked down Boylston about an hour ago to go get a bite to eat. I mean, it's amazing. These things are retailing for like $150 in the team store, and I saw hundreds of them already on the streets, and I think that's because they're very, very cool. I think it's a sharp-looking uni, and we will see them again today.
Well, proof positive as you see them walking around the Fenway area of how popular they are, and we'll see if the Red Sox can grace them with their first victory. Yesterday, Alex Cora mentioned after the game, Will, that his group kind of pushed the envelope a bit on how they played. There were a couple of mistakes on the base paths in that aggressive style that he mentioned. So what did you make, and did you notice that change in the way the Red Sox were approaching different things on the base paths and in their game plan?
Yeah, it's just always been something. I mean, it's every night they are doing something wrong to lose games. Not every night, of course. They've won some games. They're 22-24, but I think that what's unfortunate right now is that they're settling into this identity of a club that does find ways to win. And last night was its own sort of cocktail where it really was pressing a little bit on the base paths. And by the way, I misspoke. A lot of the Red Sox came out in the City Connect pants with the green piping. Yeah. But I'm looking out into the bullpen. The guys have the white home unis on tonight, so I think they're going to maybe step aside from the City Connects for at least one night. Anyway, back to your question. The base running was horrible, and especially the play by Devers. That's just one you cannot make. I mean, Ref Snyder has killed lefties. He had a homer later in the game. It's just situational awareness, and I think, Dan, in a vacuum, managers, baseball folks in the dugout would say, I can live with mistakes of aggression, right? Like trying to do too much, trying to force the issue. The problem is that one was just sort of a lack of situational awareness. You got a guy who can go deep. Chris Sale was in control. He loves at-bats like that. So the other thing about that is if you're going to ever try to pull that play off, you got to have speed at both first and third. And they obviously had speed at third, but Jaron was not in on the play. He didn't know that Devers was going to do that. So once the throw goes to second, 2 seconds later, Raffy's out between first and second. So that was a really bad play. And it can happen when a team is pressing. And we all can admit that they certainly are right now, because I think they're frustrated. You can look at all the things that are going well with this team, and Garrett Crochet did it again last night. They've got some real positives going, but they're squeezing it a little bit hard because of the difficulty they have winning games.
We're talking with Will Fleming, who was in the booth at Fenway Park Game 2. Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves coming up in just about half an hour's time. Will and Lenny DiNardo will have the call. Let's stick on Devers for just a moment and listening to you and Mike Monaco after the game discuss clutch situations for the Red Sox. And Rafael Devers has had a couple opportunities to deliver and just has not been able to do it. It's not a characteristic of a player necessarily to quote-unquote not be clutch, but
yes,
is there anything that's fair?
Yes, it is, by the way. Yes, it is.
So what jumps out to you in those situations about this player?
Well, they're all different. I don't want to generalize. I don't want to paint with too wide a brush. But, we've seen it so many times, haven't we, where Vlad Guerrero, Aaron Judge, Ronald Acuna, who's coming back soon to these Atlanta Braves, the elite player, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, certainly Shohei Ohtani. The guys in this game, you're not always going to do it, right? You're just not. But I think it's more about process and results. Like, Dan, I swear to God this is true. anyone who tells me that clutch is not a thing in baseball, I don't want to have anything else to say to you. I don't. Because that means you have no idea what you're talking about in baseball. You're not always going to get a hit. The people who say that run all these regression analyses and run some equations that say, well, the result is not predictive. It's very similar to the regular at-bats. That is absolute nonsense. You watch the great players, and again, it's the quality of the at-bat in those spots that matters the most. You are grinding, it's loud contact, it is making pitchers work, it is swinging at the right ones, taking the wrong ones. And, what's crazy about it is that Rafi, when the Red Sox are in the playoffs, you think about the 18 run, he was spectacular. You think about the wild card round and then that run into the divisional series and the ALCS in 2021. There's something about the playoffs that get Rafi at his very best. He's spectacular in those moments. I just think it's worth being fair about it and saying in the regular season, a couple years running now, late in games, he has not been at that level of those other elite players. And it's not always that you need a homer either, by the way. It's that you need a fly ball or a ground out or something of that nature. So it's in him. He has been in the biggest of all moments, a very clutch player for the Red Sox. But I stand by what we said last night, which is that this year there have been so many moments where they could have used just a quality at bat from him late in games. Because Rafi, you look at the numbers, OPS in leverage spots and all these things, he gets big hits, but they tend to come earlier in games. It's like if it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, and you really need your superstar to deliver right now, for whatever reason, I think maybe the swing gets longer. Maybe he's got the weight of the world on his back. He's trying to, be the hero, whatever. The thing about Rafi is that he's such a freakish talent, and Alex Cora talks about this all the time. He doesn't need to do that much. I mean, he just needs to make contact, and the ball's going to launch, whether it's the other way or a deep fly ball, whatever the case may be. So far, it has not worked out for him. That doesn't mean that it is, as you say, some symptom of the player, but certain guys are better than others at coming up big in those spots.
Well, Will, we hope that we can identify some of those players here this evening. Game 2 of this series coming off of that hard-fought and close game, but a loss to Chris Sale and the Atlanta Braves. Lucas Giolito back on the mound after winning a game and looking pretty sharp and mixing in some of those secondary pitches a bit better in start number 3. Did you see things in that third start that could possibly transfer over to tonight and beyond?
Well, you hope so. I mean, he had the breaking ball for the first time, and that was the difference between Giolito's second and third start. I thought, when he made his debut, his first time out, the fastball sort of snuck up, and people didn't know he was going to dot it at 96. But then, late in his outing, he gives up the couple home runs because they just start setting changeup, and they knew he didn't have the slider. And then the next start out was just an absolute disaster for that exact reason. I mean, you cannot. It was rainy. It was miserable. His arm was not up for it that day. But that second start against the Rangers, I mean, you can't throw 91 with a fastball and a changeup only. Can't do it, right? And so we went in to that last start in Kansas City saying, we hope he's got the breaking ball. And boy, did he. I mean, it was awesome. And he had both of them, by the way. I mean, the slider was really good early, and then he started to find the curveball, and all of a sudden he looked like the Lucas Giolito of old. So I think it's one of the themes of this season, by the way. There's so many things about this team that are relatively new, right? Garrett Crochet in his second and really his first season as a total go green light starter. He's going to try to get to 200 innings. All these rookies on the team, young players trying to find their way. Giolito's sort of the same way, where he's coming back from a major injury. It's been almost 2 full seasons since he's been on a major league mound. And I'm sure Lenny will talk about it during the broadcast tonight. Like, your arm is this organic thing. And some nights it feels good, some nights it doesn't. I'm sure that with that internal brace procedure, that's going to be kind of a recurring question mark. How does he feel on a given night? It's when you get in the arena and the adrenaline is pumping in the way that it will be tonight for Lucas Giolito, I think your body, having not had the reps in those spots that frequently, just reacts differently. So I'm hoping that it's like the first and third start for Giolito, because he's a tough competitor. As he just walks out of the Red Sox dugout, he's going to go out and get it going in the bullpen right now. So I have full confidence that he's done the things that he needs to do between starts. But the crazy thing about Giolito in his first 3 starts with the Red Sox, You will know after about 10 pitches what it's going to be tonight. It's fastball velocity, and it is command of the breaking ball. So we will know early, and hopefully the returns are positive.
Well, if you needed any more incentive to be in your seats with your popcorn come first pitch to listen to Will and Lenny, there is just another reason to add on to that. Will, always a pleasure to catch up with you. Have a fantastic call. We'll talk to you down the line.
You've been very, very clutch in this pregame interview. I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Will Fleming joining us as he always does here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Coming up, Will sits down with Alex Cora, manager of the Boston Red Sox, presented by your New England Ford dealers. I'm Dan Ball. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 1022318.
Kick off summer with Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances and save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/28. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
When your boy Flavor Flav counts from 3, you're gonna go to Cane's and you're gonna order hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers. 3, 2, 1. Raising Cane's. One love.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
20% off sunglasses from Shade & Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shade. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, you can bet on all your favorite sports. So head to the app now, and new SGPs, odds boosts, and special offers. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you'd like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
Shop Lowe's for Memorial Day deals. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Whirlpool. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more. Like the new Whirlpool French door refrigerator featuring an indoor ice and water dispenser and a refrigerated exterior drawer to keep go-to food items within reach. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax.
Okay.
Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEI.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Dan Ball with you. Thanks for being here. Game 2 of the series between the Red Sox and the Braves coming up in just a few moments. Before every game, however, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. Here is Will sitting down with Alex Cora.
Game 2 with the Atlanta Braves with the manager Alex Cora. And last night, AC, another frustrating loss. Your message was, got to slow things down a little bit. How hard is that to teach a young team when you're grinding a little bit and in a rut to just take it one day at a time?
Shouldn't be that hard, you know. We made some mistake that we usually don't make, you know, and I understand where they came from. You know, you just got to keep preaching the game. Talk to the players, understand that sometimes less is more, you know, especially in the situations that we got thrown out yesterday with ref at the plate. But, you know, you talk to the players, they understand. But sometimes, you know, in between the lines, man, you make decisions trying to help the team, and you know, you don't blame them for that.
And that play was a big one when Rafi tries to, you know, take second. What, from your viewpoint, what went on there? Was he just trying to create a run out of nowhere?
Well, we saw that. I mean, we saw it. That's it. There's no explanation. You know, we talk about the play, and he explained me what he saw, and he actually told me, like, now we'd ref at the plate. So you turn the page, man. There's like, people feel like, oh, you got to give them a lecture about that play, whatever. You know, they know the mistakes. They understand that in that position, we don't try that. We usually don't do that anyways, and you got to let the game just dictate what we do.
I feel like 10 times a year over the last 3, we've said Rob Refsnyder is kind of an incredible player in that he's hurt. He doesn't play that much. You can't use him in a lot of spots. And then when you do, he delivers these big swings and these great at-bats. So what's it like to watch him not contribute because of injury or other things and then have the wherewithal to deliver these big swings?
Yeah, it's just a preparation. You know, he's locked in what he wants to do. He's looking ahead. He knew that it was important Wednesday and Friday, you know, for us. You know, it was Scooble and Sale. And, you know, he grinded through it in Kansas City, and he was actually available in Detroit. So you respect that. You actually love that, you know. And I really like the fact that, you know, you know, back there in the cage, in the clubhouse, in the video room, he puts all the effort to put himself in a position to be successful, and most of the time he is.
How about the juice he's got? I mean, you see him in batting practice. He's launching balls. You have to be proud of the work he's put into his swing to become a kind of complete hitter.
Yeah, he is. And like I said, you know, a lot of work in the cage, a lot of talks with the hitting group and his teammates, and so far so good.
You sat in this dugout a lot of times, and I'm sure in the top of the first knew in 2-3 pitches what you were going to get from Chris Sale. And last night, I bet, you know, watching him on the other side, you had a sense he's landing the heater. The slider is really good. Did you know right away that Chris was going to do it?
No, after the first 4 pitches of the game, I was like, we got him, you know. He didn't throw a strike. So, you know, he made some, you know what, he made 2 pitches that caught my attention. It was a fastball down on the steal attempt by Jaron to Rafi, that it was a strike, and I think it was a 2-2 count to Alex to strike him out. It was a 4-seamer down and in, you know, and he has that ability to do that, and we grinded with him, actually. We did a good job with him. It was a 2-1 game. When he came out, we just didn't finish the game.
How about Duran? You talk about that. He sort of set the tone with that walk. And I feel like in some ways, Alex, it's exactly what you were talking about last night. Sort of less is more. Patience, take some pitches, get locked in. He looked as good as he has all year last night, didn't he?
Yeah. It's funny because we were looking at the iPad, looking at his at-bats against Chris last year, and then they showed his stats. Around this time last year, he was hitting 250 with 1 homer and I think it was 18 RBIs. And we're like, oh, for all the noise, he's actually having a better season this year, a better start, I think the strikeouts are up, the chase percentage is up, but he's done a pretty good job lately of slowing down the game. He did a good job yesterday taking his walk, hitting the line drive up the middle, and staying with the breaking ball. I think we're getting close to start having fun.
And Garrett, meanwhile, the 2 back-to-back home runs, weird situations, but he was awesome again, wasn't he?
Yeah, that happens. When you find the strike zone and you got good stuff, guys are going to run into pitches and hit out of the ballpark. And those 2 guys, especially with Murphy, it seems like he enjoys Fenway Park. He's really good here, but gave us more than enough, stepped toe-to-toe with Chris, and gave us a chance to win.
You keep talking about how you need to play better at home and channel this crowd, right? This place is jumping. They're packed in here, and it seems like if you can get leads early, games can change here at home, right?
Yeah, that's what home field advantage is all about, and we have played a lot of close games lately here. We haven't won, like I've been saying, it's not lack of effort. I think it's execution at certain moments during the game, and hopefully we can get this place rocking.
For Garrett, really his second full season starting. Giolito misses almost 2 years. He's on the mound tonight. I know it's hard to be patient because you're in the race here. You're trying to win games. But is it important to sort of keep that in perspective? He's been so good at times, but trying to figure it out coming back from injury with Giolito?
Yeah, that's the nature of the business, right? We understand who he is, where he's coming from. He did an outstanding job in his last one. Let's see how he bounces back, in a sense, right, physically for this one. He went deep into the game for the first time in years, so we'll pay attention. But we're happy with the way he's been throwing the ball, and hopefully he can give us a chance to win.
We saw Christian back out there today at first base, PFPs with the guys on the mound. I know it's very early, Alex. This is the second day. But what are you hearing about what he looks like at the bag, and what do you think is the biggest challenge for him there?
There's a lot of challenges. We saw it yesterday with Sogi, and he has played first base for a little bit, right? But we'll keep running him up there, get reps. He'll let us know how he feels. We'll see how he looks, right? And I'm not saying he's going to be playing first base for the Red Sox in 2 days or 10 days or in a month or 2 months, but at least we're giving it a shot to see how it looks, and we go from there.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
Always good stuff between Will Fleming and Alex Cora, and AC once again just showing his cards a little bit on where their thinking is at the first base position. They'll keep working out Christian Campbell, keep running him back out there. Yesterday, the comment was a pretty funny one. They essentially introduced Christian. Christian, this is first base. First base, this is Christian. But as the days go along, they'll continue to work him out, get more ground balls, more drills, see if he gets more comfortable. And the bar is relatively low for comfort and defensive ability, just to state a fact in terms of what the Red Sox have had so far at first base. If you're able to find something with Christian Campbell, who is 6'3", he's built like a guy who could be pretty good at first base, and he's athletic enough to make those plays, make those stretches, all the different things that you need. If you're able to find a little something, the impact that will have on Trevor Story and Alex Bregman and their ability to trust who's over on that base, and the potential ability to, call up a certain middle infielder to jump in and add that little extra punch to the Red Sox in their lineup. All very interesting ideas that are on the table, and Christian Campbell will continue to work out at first base moving forward. We will see where that one goes. So always good stuff again, Will, with Alex Cora here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. You can catch the pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Plenty more to come, including another look at our starting lineups as well as our lock of the game coming up next on Dan Ball. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Kick off summer with Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances and save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/28. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liddy Dunn.
To the graduating class of 2025, today we celebrate all of our hard work, late nights, and the most craveable Raising Cane's chicken fingers and cane sauce that got you through it. Get out there and commemorate this moment with a grad plush puppy. Net proceeds from these paws go to a good cause. So whether you're graduating with honors or just happy to have survived finals, go forth and treat yourself to Raising Cane's and take home the cutest classmate ever. Because you've earned it. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to seebetterplaybetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's seebetterplaybetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at signup to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you'd like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
Yo, this is Flavor Flav, and I am coming at you with one of my flavor faves, Raising Cane's. Those hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce hit hard and gets your boy feeling right every time, just in time. Know what I mean? So when you're looking for flavor fast, order in a flash, online or on their app. Yeah, boy, Raising Cane's. One love.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
Can I get you a refill?
you can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Dan Ball, and it's time for a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. First and foremost, 2 games going on right now. One just went final. The Washington Nationals playing the Baltimore Orioles, who just parted ways with manager Brandon Hyde. Now 15-29 on the season as Washington won 10-6 the final there. Kyle Gibson started for the Orioles, 2/3 of an inning and 6 earned runs. The pitching just not getting it done as the Orioles, with so much promise, falling out of the picture fast in the American League East. It's a good thing for the Red Sox, but still a lot going wrong right now in Baltimore. Bottom half of the 3rd inning in Philadelphia, the Phillies up 2-0 on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Zach Wheeler against Carmen Mlodzinski, the matchup on the mound out in Philly. And the other game going on right now, Cincinnati and Cleveland, the Reds and the Guardians, no score. It's Brent Suter and Slade Ciccone in the pitching matchup on that one. Some games already final. The Mets won Game 2 of the Subway Series at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 3-2. Reed Garrett the win. Edwin Diaz his 10th save. So the rubber game of that series will be the Sunday night baseball matchup tomorrow at Yankee Stadium. Also, a battle of the north and south side of Chicago today was won by the Chicago Cubs at home by a score of 7-3. Matthew Boyd the win. Sean Burke the loss. A win in a low-scoring game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Jeff Hoffman the win out of the bullpen, 2-1 the final in that one. And the other score, a battle of Florida teams. It's rivalry weekend, seemingly, in Major League Baseball. The Tampa Bay Rays on the road with a 4-0 shutout victory over the Miami Marlins. Drew Rasmussen the win. Sandy Alcantara with an ERA just south of 8 on the season picked up his 6th loss of the campaign. Upcoming this evening, the Rangers are at the Astros. It's Tyler Mahle, Ronel Blanco on the mound, 7:05 first pitch in that one. Elsewhere, Kansas City and St. Louis, 7:10 first pitch. Noah Cameron, Miles Michaelis, the matchup on the mound as well. Milwaukee will take on Minnesota, 7:15 first pitch. Tobias Myers and Pablo Lopez. Later on in the evening, Arizona and Colorado, the 7-37 Rockies. Herman Marquez, Zach Gallen on the mound for that one. The Mariners will take on the Padres, first pitch at 8:40. Emerson Hancock and Nick Pivetta, the matchup on the mound. The Athletics with no name there, not the Oakland Athletics, not the Sacramento A's, just simply the Athletics at 22-23. They're on the road taking on the San Francisco Giants. Luis Severino, Landon Roop, the matchup in that one. In a battle of two Los Angeles teams, I should say, as the Angels take on the Dodgers. Tyler Anderson and Clayton Kershaw, the matchup. A great weekend of baseball going on right now. Time once again for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. The Atlanta Braves lead off with old friend Alex Verdugo. He is in left field. Austin Riley is your third baseman, hitting second, with Matt Olson at first base hitting third. Marcell Ozuna, your designated hitter in the cleanup spot, with Drake Baldwin, tonight's catcher. He's hitting fifth. Ozzie Albies is at second base hitting sixth, with Michael Harris the second in center field hitting seventh. Eli White out in right field hitting eighth. And Nick Allen is the Braves shortstop this evening, and he bats ninth. The Red Sox lead off with Jarren Duran in left field. He leads off with Rafael Devers, your DH, hitting second. Alex Bregman at third, playing third, with Christian Campbell, the second baseman, in the cleanup spot. Wilyer Abreu out in right field hitting fifth, with Trevor Story at shortstop hitting sixth. Abraham Toro is at first base hitting seventh. Carlos Narvaez, your catcher tonight once again. He is hitting eighth. And Cedon Rafaela back out in center field batting ninth. Pitching matchup once more for you. Right-hander Grant Holmes is on the mound today for the Atlanta Braves. 2-3 record, 4.14 ERA, up against the Red Sox right-hander Lucas Giolito, 1-1 with a 5.51 ERA through 3 starts this season. Couple more things to get to before we send you out to coverage of today's game. The lock of the game, which is presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England Metal Roofing. So I put some pieces together on this one for our lock of the game. It's not a Costanza bet like my good friend Christian Arcan does. I'll just give it to you straight up today. The Red Sox are 12th in the league in walks as an offense. That is upper half, not the absolute league best, but they're able to get on base. Atlanta's pitcher today, Grant Holmes, talked about the strikeout to walk ratio being down year over year for the youngster. He had the 7th worst walks per 9 total this season at 4.14. So a walk-heavy, home run-heavy pitcher is, again, 7 home runs given up over the last 4 starts for Grant Holmes in this one. So the Red Sox team total for walks is set at 3.5. There's your over-under total on most sports books today. So today, for my lock of the game, again, brought to you by Interlock Roofing, I am taking the over 3.5 walks for the Boston Red Sox as an offense today. You can usually get that at plus money depending on where you're looking. Plus 120 was a number that I found it as. So Grant Holmes is walk heavy. Red Sox need to show a bit of patience against a guy who has one of the worst walk per 9 ratios in the league. So take the over on 3.5 walks for the Red Sox offense today, and that can make you a little bit of money for the lock of the game today. Our lineups are set. Our pitching matchup is set for today. Red Sox, again, looking to climb back towards 500. They've lost 4 in a row, 4-6 in their last 10, but still just in a tie for second place in the American League East. And we just talked about what has befallen the Baltimore Orioles. The Rays are always hanging around, but don't seem to have that extra oomph this season. It's the Yankees and then the rest of the pack. You're battling with the Toronto Blue Jays. You are a win away from jumping up potentially into second place and starting to track down the Yankees. But the question then becomes, can all of the pieces come together for 9 innings, at least one game, if not multiple? That is the question that will be answered beginning in just about 10 minutes' time. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Coming up next, Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo have the call of Game 2 between the Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves from Fenway Park in Boston on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, Livy Dunn.
To the graduating class of 2025, today we celebrate all of our hard work, late nights, and the most craveable Raising Cane's chicken fingers and cane sauce that got you through it. Get out there and commemorate this moment with a grad plush puppy. Net proceeds from these paws go to a good cause. So whether you're graduating with honors or just happy to have survived finals, go forth and treat yourself to Raising Cane's and take home the cutest classmate ever. Because you've earned it. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
20% off sunglasses from Shayden Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shayden. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, you can bet on all your favorite sports. So head to the app now, and new SGPs, odds boosts, and special offers. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
Huddle up. We got one play. Everything we work for comes down to this.
Quick question. Speaking of workouts, how would you rate your athletic program?
Bro, we're in the middle of the state championship.
Oh, so like a B+ then?
Dude, get out of our huddle.
Well, at Homes.com, we leave it all on the field to get you detailed information on local schools.
Off the field.
Off the field. Copy. All right, go sports.
How did he even get in here?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone, Auto. So what if I need a new one?
We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, Auto. And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action. This is... Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov, the Department of Veteran Affairs, Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo.
Good evening, everybody, on yet another spectacular summery Boston night. We welcome you to Fenway Park, where the Red Sox are in need of a turn in momentum. Tonight they play Game 2 of a 3-game series with the visiting Atlanta Braves. Another disappointing opener last night. Chris Sale got the best of Garrett Crochet. Tonight, with a packed house on a summery night, the Red Sox hand the baseball to Lucas Giolito, and he'll be opposed by Grant Holmes. Along with Lenny DiNardo, I'm Will Fleming. And Lenny, when we last spoke in Kansas City, the Red Sox riding high. They'd taken 2 or 3 from the Royals, swept by the Tigers, base running the foil last night, a couple of home runs against Crochet. Something is amiss with this Red Sox team, and here we are again at another crossroads. It feels like the Red Sox need to find a spark.
Yeah, you got to get back out there and do the little things right, whether it's base running. You can't go out there and give the other team more than 27 outs. You can't walk guys in key situations. You're talking about little things you have to do consistently right throughout the season, especially when you're losing so many one-run games. You can point to something throughout these games that you're losing that you need to turn around let's start with pitching tonight. Giolito, we need another one like we had last time out.
It was encouraging from Lucas. He found the slider and a little bit of the curveball, Lenny. And you know, the thing about this Red Sox run that they're on, last night they lose another really great Crochet start. When we were last together, they'd been on a run of 6 consecutive quality starts. They won only 2 of those. Giolito is such an important part of everything they're trying to do, and I thought that was a really encouraging step forward for him.
Absolutely. His first outing, got into the 6th inning, ran into some trouble late. He's a fastball, curveball guy, but the more he throws that third pitch, that slider, and works in the curveball, the more they're going to stay off of that changeup, which runs arm side. He's got so many more weapons when he uses that, and he's way less unpredictable.
Red Sox in the traditional home white unis with the military appreciation green camo lids here tonight. So for now, the Fenway greens on the shelf. We may see them tomorrow afternoon as the Red Sox hopefully going for a series win. We'll set the lineups in just a moment. Walt Weiss, one of the great middle infielders of his time, mates with another great glove man, Ramon Vasquez, at home plate area. They will exchange the lineup cards. Before we share those with you, time now for the national anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. Here's Taylor Pentari from Westchester University with tonight's Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fantastic job by Taylor Pentari on a beautiful Fenway night. The Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Lucas Giolito begins his warm-up tosses on the mound. The Speed Report brought to you by Verizon. Get your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. Fastball velocity, not the end-all be-all for Giolito, but when he's right, it's 96, sometimes up to 97 and 98. We'll watch that early in the ball game. The Morgan & Morgan starting lineups are brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. A familiar name atop the Braves lineup. Alex Verdugo bats from the left side. The enigmatic, at times frustrating leadoff man for the Red Sox. He is the left fielder tonight for Brian Snitker and the Braves, who are a game above 500 after losing the first 7 games of their season. After Verdugo, Austin Riley, right-handed, hitting third baseman. Then Matt Olson, who homered last night, bats third. He's at first base. Marcell Ozuna loves hitting in this ballpark. He's the DH. He cleans up. Drake Baldwin, the catcher, bats fifth. Then Albies, the second baseman. Michael Harris, the second in center field. Eli White in right field, bats eighth. And Nick Allen, the shortstop, bats ninth. We'll set the Red Sox lineup for you when they come to the plate in the bottom of the first. But for now, that Morgan & Morgan starting lineup brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. Here we go with Alex Verdugo So much talent, often frustration surrounded Verdugo. Dealt away a couple of seasons ago and greeted with resounding boos here in Boston. And the problem is, when he came back with the New York Yankees, he thrived in this ballpark. He, when focused, it can be a lethal weapon. Facing Giolito, the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Of course, the Red Sox traded him for Weissert. And he started hot with the Yankees, was in the minor leagues with the Braves to start the year. Now he's been pretty good for the big league club, hitting .247. The 0-1. Pop foul on the third base side. We well remember he came in with the Yankees, hit a big home run, was pumping and his fists banging his chests. The people here in Boston do not appreciate the way that he handled himself while in this uniform, nor the way he did wearing the Yankee pinstripes.
I think he thrives on that.
He does. 0-2. Giolito throws and a fastball, or rather a slider down and in. Misses, and it's 1-2. Giolito won for the first time since the summer of 2023 last time. 6 2/3. Great innings. 2 hits, 1 run in Kansas City. He's only faced the Braves one other time. It did not go well. This is a different pitcher and a different Braves club. 1-2, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Bregman's got it on the second hop. Verdugo is running hard for once, but he's retired. Down the first base line, there's one away.
Out by a beard, which has made its return.
Yeah, he had to shave it in New York. They changed their policy. He's got 18 chains on. He's got the beard going. He's out number 1.
Took about 8 years off and then added another 12. He does have that chain, though, that Mr. T chain that we're used to seeing.
I'll never forget going by his locker. He had like 6 separate hooks for all the chains he had. It's a jewelry man. He's retired. Here's Austin Riley. Giolito throws and a fastball. Fouled off. I mean, Verdugo was a very likable player in person for most of his time here in Boston, but effort was not always there. Punctuality not his strength, and Alex Cora had to bench him for showing up at 2:30 before a 4 o'clock ball game in the pennant stretch. The 0-1 is swung on a miss. That's a really good changeup. Encouraging from Giolito. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that's going to be his best pitch, the changeup. And the addition of the slider and the curveball off of the changeup and the fastball makes that just a little bit harder to get to because those other 2 pitches, those third pitches, move glove side.
0-2. Giolito throws, and he just misses with another change, and it's ball and 2 strikes.
When you talk about a guy like Verdugo, right, the things that you mentioned, punctuality, running down to first base hard. These are things that take exactly no talent. So that's why it's frustrating to see a guy with that amount of talent not get that done.
1-2 is a ball missed outside a slider. That was a good pitch there from Giolito, just where he wanted to throw it. And it's 2-2 is yet another utterly spectacular Fenway Park night. Looking to get this big crowd into it early. 2-2 to Austin Riley. 8 homers, 26 driven in. The pitch is outside. A changeup. Sort of an easy take there for Riley. Matt Olson, dangerous left-handed hitter, waiting on deck. We got started right on time. Three and 2. Giolito throws. And a swing and a chopper foul outside the third base bag. 7:15 and 74 perfect degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. 1 out, bases empty, just underway. Another 3-2, foul ball. He tried to check his swing, did Riley. Could not. And he'll see at least a 7th pitch in this at-bat. Will Middlebrooks is listening down in Florida. He's probably got some pork on the grill. Nice palatial pool setup.
He owes me $10 if he's listening. Tell him to.
I can't wait to get into that. Whoa, a bird almost just flew into our booth. 3-2. Pitch to Riley is loop foul on the first base side. Lenny, do you have like seeds or anything in here? See that little sparrow?
He wants to come. Oh, he's eyeballing me right now. No. This little bird. Hey, I got nothing for you, bud. Sorry.
He smells Doug Lane's Ritz and peanut butter.
I want to see a slider right here. 2 fastballs that jammed him a little bit. Something off the outer third.
3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. Really nice there from Crochet. Did he foul it off? He did. Riley just got a piece. Carlos Narvaez is behind the dish. He's got beautiful gear on tonight. It is Military Appreciation Week. Carlos wishes he could have another look at that. Just ticked off the glove. His is like that sand-colored camo gear. Giolito really battling here with Riley. Another 3-2. That's outside. He walked him. He went to another changeup. And so on the 10th pitch, a one-out walk to Austin Riley. Narvaez behind the dish. Abraham Toro, the first baseman. Campbell at second base for now, at least. Story, the shortstop, with Bregman at third. In the outfield, Cedon in center, Duran in left, and Wilyer Abreu in right. Defensive alignment brought to you by the Baldwin Group. Insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. Here's a pop-up from Matt Olson. Straight back and foul out of play. 0-1.
I was ready for that one. I don't know if you noticed, but I had my hand up. I've had a run of some serious scares basically every game that I've done with you.
In this booth, it's the right-handed hitters that'll be a problem for you. We're just a little bit up the first base side. 0-1 to the lefty, Matt Olson. One out, one on. The pitch is a little outside. A fastball at 95 from Giolito. Good velo early, and it's 1-1.
I'm still looking to see that slider, something consistent glove side.
They play him to pull big time on the dirt. 8 homers, 221 average. Pitch low. Slider, and it's 2-1. Lenny, early on, it's been a lot of secondary stuff here.
Yeah, he's not really establishing his fastball right there, but that slider, that last pitch, was actually a decent pitch. It was a little bit low, but it had a good amount of break on it, and it was late.
Under the stretch, Giolito throws, and a drive deep into the triangle, way back to the bullpen. Cedon after it. He can't get it. It's gone. Out of here, a home run for Matt Olson. He's done it in back-to-back ball games. Nightmarish start again, and it's 2-0 Atlanta.
Hopefully we don't run into a situation where it's 1-2, 2-1 at the end of this game. Just missed his spot right there with that pitch. Very, very dangerous hitter. That's the guy you got to circle, especially after yesterday's game. That guy cannot beat you.
I just think he's thrown too many changeups. I mean, that was an absolute hanging changeup. That's what he did in his first start. And then his second in Toronto and Texas, they're just sitting on that pitch. That was middle, and it got crushed. Here's Marcell Ozuna, who loves hitting here. The pitch is ripped foul. Another changeup. Lenny, I don't get it. Does he not feel the fastball early?
Well, his fastball, he's already seen 95, right? Go out, establish that. Your changeup's only a changeup if you have something to base it off of. Right now, it's just a BP fastball because he's throwing so many of them.
Here's a pitch to Ozuna. Slider for a strike. So when he walked Riley, 4 of the last 6 pitches, including the final 2, were changeups. And hung one to Olson. It did not come back. The 0-2 is outside. Slider. And it's 1-2. This is modern baseball, and I get it. I'm not trying to howl into the wind, because you're not going to put the genie back in the bottle. There's going to be secondary pitches thrown the first time through. 1-2 to Ozuna. The pitch drilled high and deep. Forget about it. This is way out of here to left field. A hanging slider, and it's 3-0 Atlanta.
Yeah, he's just not hitting his spots right now. We talk about the changeup and the slider. He threw a good slider earlier in this at bat, but I tell you what, that was belt high. Did not break a lot.
And this is a discouraging pattern here, Lenny, for Giolito. As Ozuna launched that one on to Lansdowne, 417 feet. Giolito, in now his 4 starts with the Red Sox, has either been fantastic or has gotten destroyed. And unfortunately, this one falls into bucket number 2.
And it's been every other start. You're getting a really solid performance, then one lacking, and so on and so on.
Here is Drake Baldwin, a fastball outside. And I think the frustrating thing, too, Lenny, is Narvaez goes to the mound. If you're Alex Cora, if you're Jason Varitek, if you're Andrew Bailey in the dugout, it's one thing to struggle. You cannot make those pitches to Olson and Ozuna. They're the guys in this lineup that can kill you, and he hung 2 pitches, and they both went forever.
Yeah, he's obviously not feeling comfortable right now with the breaking balls, the changeup, the slider, so he's got to be able to dial up the fastball, spot that thing up, and make them uncomfortable to keep them off those secondary pitches if he's going to be successful.
Drake Baldwin has been a pleasant surprise behind the dish. Filling in for Sean Murphy tonight. The 1-0 is lofted foul down the left field line. A fastball at 95. It's 1-1. 81 plate appearances. He's batting .360 with 4 homers and 12 driven. And I think this guy is one of the reasons they felt okay letting Travis d'Arnaud go. He's out with the LA Angels. The 1-1 pitch fouled off on the third base side. There we go. Another fastball. What do you know? It's 1-2.
I like it. 95 miles an hour. When you throw so many changes in a row, you stop seeing the difference between 95 and 85. You throw so many, they're just on it. Now, the fact that he threw 2 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, he can go anywhere as far as changing speeds now, but he's got to be able to spot it up down.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 Atlanta runs in. The 1-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt, a slider. Down and in, it's 2-2. Red Sox, if you want to be positive about this evening, Grant Holmes is on the mound, longtime veteran. And in his last 3 starts, he's given up 4 homers. His last 4 starts, 7 homers. With 7 walks, a changeup misses. So the Red Sox will have their hacks, but behind the 8 ball here early, 3-0 in the top of the first inning. 2-2. Swing and a miss. That was a really good changeup, and Baldwin is gone.
He set that pitch up perfect with a slide, a back foot slider, low and in. Got him to move his feet a little bit. So because he got him off of with the slider, the changeup was more effective, and he located it down in the zone.
How often do you say it? A changeup only works if it plays off a good fastball.
And you got to judge swings. You got to look at different swings, eye levels, to judge whatever pitch you're going to throw next.
Here's the first one, slider to Ozzie Albies, who by his standards is really scuffling. Slider in there for strike 1. 2 down, top 1. 3 runs in for Atlanta. Pitch is a strike. Good changeup. And it is 1-1. First strikeout brought to you by Weichert Realtors. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you got a partner who will guide you every step of the way. Weichert, dream, move, home. 0-2 in the dirt. Curveball there. First he's thrown to those, and it's 1-2.
That's a nice 0-2 pitch right there, down in the zone. Got him to move his feet a little bit, so you can either go up in the zone with the fastball here, you can go change up, down and away.
1-2 to Albies. Check swing. Did he go? I thought so, but no. And actually, that might be a break for the Red Sox because the pitch went to the backstop. Albies might have taken first as Narvaez scampered after it. It's 2-2. Albies, a multiple all-star, one of the great two-way second basemen in the sport with surprising power. 5 homers, ground ball to second. Campbell to his left. He's got it. Throws to first in time, and at last the inning is over. But 2 homers from Olsen and Ozuna. Not cheapies either. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 Atlanta. Red Sox will have Duran, Devers, and Bregman after this. Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's on. The biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop all things Maytag, including the new stackable Pet Pro laundry system that removes pet hair from clothes. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because championship-level soccer deserves championship-level refreshment.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Se você tem mais de 55 anos ou vive com uma deficiência, o Centro de Recursos para o Envelhecimento e Deficiência de Rhode Island, ou ADRC, é o seu ponto de apoio. Receba orientação grátis de cuidados de longo prazo, como Medicare, habitação e muito mais. Disque 401-462-4444 para falar com o ADRC ou busque RADRC online. Isso é um serviço do Escritório de Envelhecimento Saudável de Rhode Island.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
3-0 Braves as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Jarren Duran had a great night at the plate last night. He's going to try to spark something here against Grant Holmes, the 29-year-old. 10 seasons in the minor leagues before making his MLB debut a season ago with Atlanta. Looks like he could be on Duck Dynasty. Long curly hair with a Fu Manchu as Duran takes a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1.
Looking at footage of Holmes, he's very predictable because most of his pitches move glove side. He really doesn't have that pitch that moves arm side.
0-1 is swung on a miss. That was a really good curveball there, and it's 0-2.
So when you know that pitches are going glove side into a lefty, you can kind of cheat a little bit, not look away. He does throw a changeup, but it's only 2% of the time. Just mixes it in sporadically.
He's on the all-hair team. I mean, this is more than Kenny Powers.
It's very eastbound and down for sure.
0-2 to Duran. Pitch is a check swing. Did he go? No. Curveball in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Grant Holmes this season, 9 appearances, 8 starts, 33 hits, and 21 walks in 45 2/3. It feels like it would bother you to have that much hair when you're throwing.
I mean, what's the product situation? What are we doing with that?
1-2. Duran takes a ball. Slider almost hit him in the feet, and it's 2-2.
Because it looks wet.
It's like the Mike Piazza Pert Plus sponsorship, you know. Truly, is it greased up during the game?
Is that a foreign substance? Is it considered?
Don't touch the hair. 2-2. Pitch is outside. Good plate appearance by Duran. Full count. I mean, you look at his headshot out on the video board, and it's a long neck, a long face, and hair all the way to the bottom of that LED board out in center field. See if Duran can get on base here. 3-2. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Duran took one way too close. And he is rung up to begin the bottom of the first.
That's the fastball on the outer half. Not a lot of movement, but he showed him a lot of stuff working its way glove side in. That just froze him there.
One out. Here's Devers. The pitch. He is a little bit low. You remember the Chappelle Show?
Do I remember the Chappelle Show?
I'm rich, bleep. Anyway, Devers waiting for a 1-0. Here's the pitch. And strike on the outside corner. When Rick James was on that show, this is the hair that he's got right now. Don't you think?
Blouses. And then he made his pancakes.
1-1, I shouldn't laugh. The pitch to Devers is a strike on the outside corner. It's 3-0 Atlanta. Lenny never ceases to amaze with his pop culture mastery.
Wish I had this recollection in school.
Who knows what might have happened. 1-2 is swung on a miss. He got him with a curveball. And the first 2 Red Sox hitters have struck out. So 2 down for Alex Bregman. And the truth is, coming back to center here, 2 homers allowed by Giolito. Frustration continuing. The Red Sox have dropped 10 of 15. Totally inauspicious start to this one as Bregman takes a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. He's got 11 homers, 33 driven in. Batting .309 coming in. 2 down in the first. Pitch is low and outside. Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during the year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 1-1 the pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball to third. Riley comes in, throws to first in time, inning over. 1-2-3, down go the Sox. 3-0 Braves after 1 in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Radio Network.
Kick off summer with Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances and save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/28. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Spring Day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because championship-level soccer deserves championship-level refreshment.
Give me a mountain.
do.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
Se você tem mais de 55 anos ou vive com uma deficiência, o Centro de Recursos para o Envelhecimento e Deficiência de Rhode Island, ou ADRC, é o seu ponto de apoio. Receba orientação grátis de cuidados de longo prazo, como Medicare, habitação e muito mais. Disque 401-462-4444 para falar com o ADRC ou busque RADRC online. Isso é um serviço do Escritório de Envelhecimento Saudável de Rhode Island.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lucas Giolito trying to settle in here as we go to the second inning. 3-0 Atlanta. The Sox come in 2 games under 500 and 4.5 games behind the New York Yankees, who lost today to the Mets in the Bronx. Blue Jays beat the Tigers 2-1. Detroit's been the walk-off kings early in the season, but a dose of their own medicine with Ernie Clement, the game winner, earlier today for the Jays. Here's Michael Harris II. High fly into left field. It'll hang up for Duran about 15 feet in front of the track in left. He is there to make the play. Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Take a few more of those one-pitch outs this inning, get back to business. A little bit of a reset in between innings, see if he can spot up a little bit better this inning.
He threw 33 pitches in the first. Here's Eli White, right-handed hitter. Brush back with a fastball, up and in. And it's 1-0. This team, Lenny, you just got to call it like it is. They're in a total rut right now. And every night, it's a different culprit. Starting pitching, bullpen, base running, defense. The 1-0 is a foul on the third base side.
You know, they're hovering around 500. They've been that way for quite some time now. And so many different statistics are pointing in that direction. They're 5-10 in their last 15. Right before that, they were 10-5 in the previous 15.
It's been the starting pitching real lately that's been a problem. 1-1 liner over the leap of Campbell into center field. That's a base hit. So in their 4-game losing streak coming in, the Red Sox team ERA 7.57. That's 30 earned runs in 35 2/3. That number spikes way up. What Giolito has done here.
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting right there. White just was able to keep his hands back and think driving the ball the other way on that slider. If you become predictable, that's what these Braves are going to do. They're just going to sit back and keep the hands right where they need to be and flick the baseball.
Red Sox optimistic. Buehler will be back very soon as a pitch to Nick Allen, right-handed hitter. Close, but a ball, 94 miles an hour. And it's 1-0. 3-0 Atlanta. Sox overall in the last few years have played well against the Braves. Perennially one of the great teams in the National League. An 0-7 start, now a game above 500. And all this is without Acuna and Strider, who are coming back in the next few weeks. 2 of the most dynamic players in the whole sport. 2-0 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. 93 elevated, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, Acuna, he's about at his 1-year anniversary of the surgery of that ACL. He'll be coming back, and we'll know relatively soon when Strider will be there from that hamstring injury.
2-1. Big lead over at first for White. Not going. The pitch is up and in. Some dip in velocity here, Lenny, in the second inning. The fastball at 93. And he's behind Allen 3-1.
Yeah, and he's missing a little bit arm side and up as well. He's not quite dialed in. Got to be extend out in front towards home plate a little bit more.
3-1. Ground ball on the left side into the outfield, a base hit. 1 foot to the left. That's an inning-ending double play, but into the 5.5 hole. And here come the Braves again, 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, Lucas is in the 89th percentile when it comes to extension out in front. If he's not quite getting there, this is exactly what you're going to see. Fastball's up in the zone. Not a real competitive pitch.
More boos for Verdugo. This, to me, is a spot that is worrisome. He has had a tendency to channel anger and frustration He did it here and in New York. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I cannot tell you how many former teammates of his, and even some off the record that played with him here in Boston, would say this guy should hit 320. The bat-to-ball skills are off the charts. It's 0-1 the pitch. He is outside. And I think that shows in some of these spots where he's playing a former team, whether he's angry at the world or just trying to prove a point, he can get so many big hits.
Yeah, there's no denying he's got a beautiful swing.
Open stance, back in the box, 1-1, and they got the pickoff play on at second, not close. Eli White dives back in.
Guy like Verdugo, if you're his manager, you're just looking for consistency. You don't want to have the crowd boo him to get him to gear up and be ready for at-bats.
Pitch is a soft ground ball on the first base side. Toro gloves Giolito, a little late to cover, is there. Underhand flip to him. He wins the foot race. Looked to me like Verdugo a little slow getting out of the batter's box. Seen that before, but 2 down with runners at second and third for the very dangerous Austin Riley. First base continues to be an issue for the Red Sox. Christian Campbell worked PFPs with the pitching staff before the game today. And pretty comfortable over there.
If you're Verdugo, you'd think you'd know that, right? And maybe apply a little pressure getting out of the box.
He didn't run at all. Here's Austin Riley. Big sequence here and a pop-up into left field. Duran is going to get there. Little can of corn, twilight sky. Jaron is there with 2 hands to make the play. Inning over. And Giolito escapes. 3-0 Braves after an inning and a half. It'll be Campbell, Abreu, and Story after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Kick off summer with Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances and save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/28. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because championship-level soccer deserves championship-level refreshment.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
It's Christian Campbell. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
On we go into the bottom of the second inning. The Red Sox trailing 3-0. Grant Holmes will see the Atlanta Kid, Christian Campbell, and then Wilyer Abreu and Trevor Story. Sox need to get something going. 2 homers in the first, just as they hit 2 home runs in the second inning last night. The Braves, that was the difference in that game. Here is KC. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. Of course, Christian, red-shirted, minimal playing time at Georgia Tech before the Red Sox picked him in the 4th round. He has had quite a star turn. 1-0. Pitch is outside. Fox is highlighting the Red Sox struggles in the cleanup spot. I mean, sometimes it's pretty simple, Lenny. They've gotten so little out of first base and almost nothing out of the 4-hole in the lineup. It is 2-0 to Campbell, and a swing and a miss. That was aggressive on a slider. It's 2-1.
So I think if you're a 4-hole hitter, you have this mentality where you have to drive the ball out of the ballpark, but that's not how hitting works, right? You got to be able to take the barrel to the baseball, have a nice swing and a good plan up there. There's expectations, but you have to let those go. You just have to get back to basics. Let your ability take over.
2-1 is swung on and miss. I mean, Campbell had such a great start to the season. He was the rookie of the month in April. It is a lot to put on a first-year player to bat cleanup behind Bregman, ahead of Abreu.
And talk about ability, right? I'm still wondering how he hit that ball in the ballpark in Detroit. That was low and inside, drove the opposite field. Really, really strong kid.
I asked him about that yesterday. I said, how did you do that? He said, I don't know.
Nobody does, right?
I just hit it. It goes where it goes, which I love. 2-2 the pitch. He was swung on a miss. He chased a slider there. So the Red Sox, 3 strikeouts out of the first 4 hitters. And they right now need a jolt. This is a club that just does not look that into it at the moment. That's part of that is the 3 runs in the top of the first. 1 down, and here's Wilyer Abreu.
Well, when you're facing a guy like Holmes, you got to be able to sit back and kind of lean over the plate a little bit. When you start pulling that front side, all these sliders, cutters, curveballs are going to get you. You got to be able to stay in there with them.
1 ball, no strikes to Wilyer Abreu as a pitch missed outside. 1 out, base is empty. The pitch is outside. 2-0 to Abreu, 277, 11 homers, 27 driven in.
You can see Holmes' plan. He's going to be slider, cutter, and every now and then he's going to throw a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right on the black on the outer half to these lefties.
Here's a hard ground ball to second. Albies has it. He throws to first in time. Very quickly, 2 away.
If you do keep your weight back and your hands back and you're able to stay in there, it's an opposite field mentality. You got to be able to keep the hands back and drive it to the opposite field. And when you make some mistakes,
is in full swing, Lenny. I know you're probably grilling some sushi back in Kingstown. Boneless chicken now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up value pack all natural signature farm boneless chicken breast or thighs as Trevor Story takes a fastball for strike 1.
We had some pretty good sushi in Kansas City. I know that's something not many people say, but
I've never seen anyone eat more sushi more quickly than you. The 0-1 to Story, ground ball to third, fair ball. Riley's got it. He throws to first in time, and the Red Sox could not have gone down any more quietly in the first 2 innings. After 2, Atlanta 3. Red Sox nothing on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss the biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. You'll find the Maytag appliances you need when you need them at a great price. Plus, when you buy 2 select laundry appliances, you'll get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop Maytag at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet for only $50 a month with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee and equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because championship-level soccer deserves championship-level refreshment.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Boston sports opinion more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Lucas Giolito onto the mound for the top of the third. Red Sox sort of stuck in neutral. It's the opener last night. They've lost 4 in a row. 2 games below. And here's Matt Olson, who launched a booming 2-run homer his first time, facing Giolito to lead off this top of the third. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner with a slider. It's 0-1. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing state lines or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. 0-1 is a breaking ball in the dirt. By the way, I misspoke last night. I feel horrible about it. We were talking about the new Fenway green unis. And it is an actual paint color, Fenway green, and it's offered at Benjamin Moore.
I knew that.
And I slipped up and said another paint company, and I'll never make that mistake again. 1-1 is a little bit outside with a slider. I don't mean to upset the people at Benjamin Moore, because I was and am thinking about just painting my whole house Fenway green.
I think that would be sufficient as far as an apology or a makeup, right?
2-1, swing and a miss on a fastball, and it's 2-2. What would my neighbors think? My home was the green monster.
You probably wouldn't be the first person in New England to do that, to be honest.
No doubt. There's no way.
I've got a couple seats from Fenway Park. I got them maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and I ended up getting a piece of wood.
2-2 is high. Are these seats that you yielded home runs and balls bounced into, or what?
I don't have enough room in my house for those, okay? But it was, back when they used to do Winterfest at Fenway Park, they give these things away or you buy them, whatever. But I got some particle board and I painted it. I got some Benjamin Moore paint, painted it Fenway green.
Love it. 3-2, swing and a miss. He got him with a slider in the dirt. Good start for Giolito here in the third. I mean, the truth is, I'm now playing with fire every day. One out that'll bring up Marcelo Ozuna, my 6-year-old, who will be here tomorrow. I mean, he just is baseball crazy now, and he's starting to really hit line drives, and I'm just so stupid. I have him in the backyard now most days, and we're just hitting line drive after line drive. I mean, we're going to break windows. There's no doubt about it. Here's Marcelo Ozuna, who homered his first time, slider outside for ball 1. So I might as well, if we're going to play in the backyard, I might as well paint it Benjamin Moore Fenway green.
Let's go. Why not?
It's actually not the worst idea.
The secret is you got to use those softer balls that look like baseballs.
It's true. The 1-0 is a changeup. It misses outside. Yeah, they're squishier.
Yes, if you wear one in the cheek, you're okay.
That I will say that's more of a concern these days. The older he gets. 2-0 to Ozuna.
I've seen his swing.
Got a 3-homer game in this ballpark. The 2-0 swing and a miss. Changeup, and it's 2-1. What would you think?
Proud Papa showing me videos of the Little League games. I tell you what, yeah, he's got a good swing on him.
Little launch angle, which I try to discourage. It's so funny with little kids. It's Giolito facing Ozuna, 2-1 count. The pitch is called a ball. That was very close at 94. And it's 3-1. The littlest things matter. I really don't say anything technical. I just say hit it over my head. And in a weird way that works.
Which speaks volumes about this game. See ball, hit ball.
Yeah. 3-1 to the dangerous Ozuna. The pitch is outside. He walked him. Giolito wanted nothing to do with Ozuna there. So a 1-out walk, and that'll move it down the line for Drake Baldwin.
Now just get a nice ground ball right here. 2-for-1 deal.
Are you ready for a totally non-controversial Twitter New England Chevy dealers question of the day?
Let's do it.
No drama around this at all. All right, here it is. At Sox Booth on Twitter. When will the Red Sox call up Roman Anthony or Marcelo Meyer? Here's the pitch to the left-handed hitting Drake Baldwin. It misses for ball 1.
Do you want me to answer this?
I do. Yeah, you can.
I'm thinking soon.
Ruminate.
I'm thinking soon, just because Christian Campbell taking grounders on the sidelines before all these games, getting the first baseman's bit out.
No
Why
doubt
not
about
move
that.
Meyer to second base?
He is a strike on the inside corner, and that's Meyer. Roman is going to come up later in the season, you would figure. But it's hard to figure the roster with that right now. Meyer is the next domino. If Campbell's going to be at first base.
He played second base for Worcester the other day. I think the writing's kind of on the wall.
1-1 is drilled down the right field line. Gone if fair, and it is inside the pesky pole. A mammoth homer for Drake Baldwin. I'm sure the Red Sox want to look at this. But the fans out there saying it was definitely fair. A 2-run bomb. Third of the night, and it is 5-0 Atlanta.
Just another slider. Glove side. Went and threw the hands to it. It's getting very predictable with the breaking balls, not really establishing the fastball, similar to the first couple innings.
This is one where Alex is going to ask for the crew chief challenge, but I don't think there's even close to enough here, Lenny, to say this was not fair. Baldwin really leaned into that. Just as an aside, how do we not have a camera right over the top of the pesky pole? That needs to be something we have.
We could borrow this one right in front of us. We have one right in front of us right now.
Doug Lane's GoPro. Here we go on the announcement.
Call on the field is a fair ball, home run. This is the crew chief review of that call.
Crew chief review. It's so hard from our angle, Lenny, because the ball lands by our eyes to the right of the pesky pole, but everybody down there is pointing towards center field as if to say, we watched it fly by and that is fair.
It kind of hooks around, right? Kind of like my golf swing.
I mean, that replay that Fox keeps showing us, I mean, that tells you nothing because it flies over the pole because you can't make it any higher than it is. You know, football is talking about how we're going to put chips in the ball and we're going to stop relying on 60-year-old men to spot the football to tell us what's a first down and what isn't by half an inch. I think there will be a time when that comes to baseball, too, where you got kind of, whatever, laser beams up the foul pole to tell us whether it's inside. We've got it in soccer, too.
I think that's the easiest thing. Put a little laser beam up there. If it crosses it.
Adrian Johnson is the crew chief. He's hearing things from New York. I just don't know that there's ever in this ballpark an angle that's definitive enough, especially when the call on the field is home run. Let's take 10 seconds for station ID. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
On the field stands, home run.
As you hear as we come back from break, the call stands. Not confirmed, but as I said, there's just never going to be an angle that proves that definitively. So 3 homers, 5 runs in. 5-0 Atlanta. I'll just tell you that having sat here for 7 years and watching balls go over or wide or inside of that ball, that looked fair to me.
Yeah, and again, you really can't trust your eyes from this angle. They've got a way better view than we do.
Here's Ozzie Albies swing and a foul at a fastball. They're teeing off. It's 0-1.
But you've seen a ton of those, like you said. You can pretty much judge it.
So, what a shaky appearance here by Giolito. I mean, the Red Sox have been brilliant as a starting rotation, but some real rough ones from Houck and Giolito, especially lately, as a curveball misses. And it's 1-1. Again, this is part of coming back from injury. He's just not pitched much in a couple years, but it is wild how hit or miss Giolito's been. The 1-1 is fouled back to the screen. A changeup. That one hung. He got lucky there, and it's 1-2.
And it's strange because it's every other outing. So are you thinking it's taking a little bit longer in between outings to go out there and feel right? Are your bullpen sessions, your flat ground sessions in between, are you getting everything done that you need to? How do you feel out of those?
1-2. Curveball in the dirt, 2-2.
But there's such a stark contrast from when he's right and when he's not. And you can tell right away whether he's spotting up, whether the fastball's there. Is he spotting up the secondary pitches? In the mix, it's secondary pitches prior to the fastball.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was a good slider in under the hands. I totally agree, Lenny. He tells the hitters early on whether or not he feels like he commands the fastball.
Oftentimes, you need to work that fastball in just to make it feel right. If it's not feeling right at first, keep throwing it, and you'll figure it out. But if you kind of give up on it, you get predictable, and that's where you get these swings.
That home run went 416 feet. Here's Michael Harris. That's a strike on the outside corner. 5-0 Braves in the bottom of the third. When it lands, it's in the stands to the right of the pesky pole, but that's because it also went 100 feet past it, hooking in the air. 0-1 to Michael Harris, the second, the pitch. Down and in a slider. And it is 1-1. You figure this is maybe looking like a Sean Newcomb kind of an evening.
It's gotten a lot of work lately.
Almost 100 pitches last time out. 1-1. High pop-up, shallow right field. Campbell out. In Abreu, not that comfortable looking, but Campbell in the end says, I've got it. And the inning is over. 3 homers and 5 runs in for Atlanta. Sox need to get it going offensively. Toro, Narvaez, and Rafaela after this. 5-0 Braves in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the new tropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more. All hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story? A discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
On we go into the bottom of the third inning. Red Sox having a rough night so far. 5-0 they trail. It'll be Abraham Toro to lead up. But we're getting a lot brighter in our booth because Dylan Dreyer, who's such a superstar on NBC, Today Show, Nightly News is with us. Dylan, so great to have you.
It's so great to be here. I've never done this before. Thank you for having me.
First time for everything. Here's, I promise I'll be nicer than Roker. As the pitch misses low to Abraham Toro, fastball. And it's 1-0. You're here to talk about celiac disease, your son diagnosed with that. We'll get into all of that. 5-0 Braves. Toro waits, Holmes throws, and a swing and a miss. Awkward-looking hack at a fastball. So your son, Calvin, diagnosed with celiac. How did you find out?
It took a while. You know, celiac disease is one of those things that is not diagnosed very quickly. It's kind of the last thing the doctors test for. He had a headache. He had an earache for a year that wouldn't go away. His hair was falling out. It wasn't until he got a stomach ulcer, of all things, that brought us to a GI doctor. And they tested him for celiac. And sure enough, he was positive.
Crazy. I have friends who've got kids with it. A hard ground ball to the second baseman, Albies, throw to the first, and Toro is going to be retired. And it's so hard for a parent, right? Because you got little kids, they're sick, they're unhappy. They can't explain what's going on, and you just can't diagnose it.
And as a parent, you find yourself getting frustrated, right? Like, I'm sorry, your head still hurts. I don't know what to do. So I wish people got tested sooner. You know, most people don't find out until their 20s or 30s. Luckily, he found out when he was 6. So we were able to change up his diet, and sure enough, all his symptoms are better.
So cool. As Carlos Narvaez takes a slider for strike one. And now he's like a regular star on the Today Show. He's in the kitchen cooking with you.
Yeah, my little cooking with Cal. He's my buddy. You know, he's, of the 3 boys I have, he is the eater in the family, and he's willing to try anything. So
well, that's cool. That helps him get through it. The 0-1 pitch is a little low.
I like to cook. He likes to cook alongside me, and we like to experiment. We just made a great gluten-free Cheez-It.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, better than what you can buy in the store. And it doesn't make them sick. So.
I need that recipe. That's an added bonus. 1-1 to Carlos Narvaez. Dylan Dreyer with us as a pitch misses outside to Carlos Narvaez. So is that now his new favorite snack? Like, what are some of the tips? I know there are a lot of parents out there who probably have kids with celiac. What should they do? How can they get through this thing?
Well, first of all, if you have, whether it's yourself, or your child who is just not being diagnosed with something, right? You can't figure it out. Just ask your doctor for a blood. It's a simple blood test. Ask your doctor. Just rule it out, right? Hopefully it's not it, but if it is, you can move forward easily. And if you do have it, you realize it's a lot. You can fix it without eating gluten, but it's a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain in the butt, to be honest.
So many things that you don't think about have it, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's so nice to come here to Fenway on a night, especially
I was going to
celiac
say, we're
awareness
kind of
night.
ahead of the curve as far as the menu, right?
The fact that you can actually get a hot dog here that's gluten-free and Calvin can feel like his brothers and everybody else that he's enjoying the game with, it just makes it that much easier. I wish more places made it easier, but in the meantime, I pack him a bag wherever he goes.
Yeah. Here's Cedon Rafaela after Carlos Narvaez draws a one-out walk. It's amazing because it is a lot of the things that kids like the most that have gluten in them. Here is Rafael. He drives one high and deep into right field, but Eli White has it just in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. And there are two down. You worked, didn't you, as a meteorologist in Boston?
I did. Yeah.
What's it like to be back?
I worked here for 6 years. I love coming back. It is the most loyal fan base to have, is to have worked in Boston and New England, because I was in Rhode Island before here, working in Providence, and everybody welcomes you back like I haven't been gone for 13 years. So I love coming back to Boston.
Love Rhode Island. Lenny and I both live in the Ocean State. Here's the pitch to Duran, a little bit low, ball one.
The fact that I have been in New England, everybody's like, you live in New York, you're from New Jersey, why are you a Red Sox fan? Why do you like the Patriots? And I'm like, you don't live and work in Boston and not embrace the whole spirit.
Yeah, they don't let you.
No.
1-0 is drilled high and deep into center field. This thing is back. It is gone. Duran to the bleachers in straightaway center. A jolt for the Red Sox, and it is 5-2 Braves.
You have to get comfortable now, because we just mentioned that if we score this inning, did you bring a pillow or something? Something?
I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
You're stuck with me now.
We are. Boy, did they need that. Absolute jolt from Duran. 2 runs in, and here comes Rafi. Brings this ballpark to life. Jared's got the Wally mask that he designed on. Calvin would like that as a curveball swung on a miss. It's 0-1.
I'm trying to find Calvin in the stands right now.
He's probably pumped.
Yes, he is.
I saw you guys playing catch down there. Are you a former baseball player, softball player?
I played softball.
I was going to say, it was in the chest every time.
Rafi
right
drives one down the left field side, and this is a fair ball. Extra bases for Devers. Dylan bringing us good fortune. Rafi standing into second base, throw wide of the bag. A homer and a double. And the Sox are in business. Yeah, you were swinging it down on the field.
Well, I would have loved to play in college, but I decided to get a meteorology degree instead. But I started playing baseball on an all-boys t-ball league when I was little, because there wasn't a girls' t-ball league. So I played with all the boys. I grew up with 2 older brothers, so I love it. I love playing. And playing catch is one of my favorite things.
Nothing better. Here is Alex Bregman. The pitch is outside. Great baseball movie, Field of Dreams. How can you not cry when Kevin Costner says to his dad on the field, "Hey, Dad, want to have a catch?" as his voice cracks, right?
I think your voice cracked a little bit there.
It's just sort of in you, right?
He's a method actor. He had to absolutely get it right.
1-0 to Bregman. That pitch misses outside. So I met the guy, Dwyer Brown, who plays the dad, and he'd written a book about his life in baseball, and he signs it, "Hey, Will, great to see you. Want to have a catch?"
Oh, that's so great.
Very cool, but does anybody really say have a catch? I think they made that up.
Play catch?
Yeah, you want to play catch?
Let's play catch.
Let's play catch.
2-0 is low to Bregman with Christian Campbell on deck. Well, you had a catch with Cal. It was very cool.
I had a catch on, the warning track at Fenway Park
Not
with
bad.
my son. And then eventually Veritek came in, so Calvin played catch with him instead.
I saw that. The captain.
I got the boot.
3-0 is a strike on the inside corner. Jason, he's such a leader of this group. He's friends with so many generations of Bostonians, and I'm sure he was great with Cal.
He was so great. The fact that he got Calvin to feel comfortable before he went out. Calvin's 8 years old, so he made him feel real comfortable. Although Calvin was upset, his pitch was a little high.
That's my fault. That's my fault because I met him prior to right during batting practice, and I told him aim high a little bit. You always have to aim high when you throw out the first pitch, so that's 100% me. It's on
Blame
me.
Lenny DiNardo, send all the hate mail to Lenny. Bregman walks. There's a visit to the mound, and now all of a sudden Christian Campbell comes up as the tying run. How do you get comfortable doing the weather in front of a green or blue screen? That seems so hard to me.
It was, because it really changes up your wardrobe. I mean, that's really the hardest part about it. And then it's almost like using a mirror in reverse. You know, like if you used a mirror to look in the back of your head, it's all backwards. But once you get used to it, you know, they say if you wore glasses that made everything look upside down, after a while your brain would turn it around. So this kind of turns your brain around after a while.
Does it impact the rest of your life? Everything's backwards?
I think I seem okay.
Have you ever run into a scenario where you're wearing a certain color and like you're a floating torso up there? Like, oops.
Not so much.
2-2 is skied into center field. This thing is hit well. It's back at the track, and it is caught by Harris, leaping into the wall, and the inning is over. Wow. Almost a game-tying home run. Dylan, we're so glad you came to tell us and educate us about celiac. What should parents do? Just get the test?
Just get the test. Start there. You know, if things are a little wonky, just get the test. To answer you, I have never been just a floating head.
That's a good thing.
In case everybody needed to know the answer. And once you do it, just search. There's so many people to follow on Instagram that are gluten-free. I post a ton of recipes. Once you find the recipes and find things your kid likes, it's all right. You know, you got this.
You brought us a lot of luck and a lot of fun in this inning. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much. After 3, 5-2, Braves over the Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 10222318.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
On we go into the top of the 4th inning, 5-2 Braves. What a delight Dylan Dreyer is as a first pitch slider for strike 1 to Eli White. I'm serious, Lenny. We go to New York, June and September. I'm going to the Today Show. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Cook with Cal. The 0-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2.
I did talk to him down there before the game, and he was swinging a bat. You could tell he just wanted to get up there and take BP with the Red Sox. Yeah, he's like, I'm ready. I'm ready.
In some ways, they should allow, instead of a first pitch, you should have a first swing. 0-2. That's a little bit outside with the slider 1 and 2.
It's a really important inning for Giolito to go out there and give him a shutdown, give him a 0 right here, get that offense right back. You can tell that they're starting to feel comfortable with Holmes up there. He's just starting to get predictable with the curveball and the fastball.
1-2 is lined up the middle into center field, a base hit. Man, another 2-strike mistake there from Giolito, and the Braves have the leadoff man aboard here in the 4th.
Yeah, 2 strikes. You have to be able to finish at bats, put that pitch, locate it well under the barrel.
You know, one of the things that, I think the listeners probably just could hear how great Dylan is. They know her from this market. They know her from the Today Show. She does something that I tend to do. I very much appreciate what she did at the end of our interviews. Nick Allen is in. Pitch, bluff bunt, fastball high. I went to shake her hand. She said, no, you're in Red Sox Nation. We're hugging. I'm a hugger, too. And, right. Wait, let's go.
Yeah. I'm expecting one at the end of this game, okay?
Well, we'll see how the game goes.
Okay.
All right. And you best be on your best behavior, too. 1-0 to Nick Allen, leadoff man aboard. The pitch is drilled high and deep into left field, but it will hang up Duran over where the grass and track meet on the run. They're going to make the play a little bit off the end of the bat. And it's one away. I don't think you and I have ever hugged.
Well, I started to reconsider that because I just thought about the height difference, and I feel like your belly button right around my nose is going to just be a little awkward.
You can just nuzzle right up underneath my armpits. 110th pitch brought to you by 110 Grill. Speaking of gluten-free life and celiac disease, 110 Grill is gluten-free dining done right. I got to send Dylan down there. She'd love it with Cal. Here's Verdugo to Booze. Runner goes. Narvaez has got him. The throw, not in time. A little bit of a wide throw. Story had to come across the bag. Now, Narvaez came up throwing. I thought the throw was going to beat him there, but it just tailed a little bit to the first base side. Red Sox, considering with the video room, they will not look, and it's a steal for the Braves.
We saw that yesterday. If you're going to miss that throw, you want it to go down toward the first baseline because that gives your fielder enough time to get the ball and tag the runner before his fingers touch the bag. You can tag him on the leg.
1-0 to Verdugo. The pitch low with a slider. And that is ball 2. Man, you just wanted Campbell to catch a little green there in center field. By the way, I think because Giolito missed his target, he didn't get the call there from the home plate umpire, Paul Clemens. That looked a lot like a strike, that first pitch. And they almost had him at second anyway. 2-0 now to Verdugo. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Fastball.
He's trying to locate down on the zone. You're not going to get hurt down there. Even though the umpire, that was a strike. He didn't call it. Stay down there. Don't change the approach.
2-1 liner into left field. Duran to his left is there to make the play. Throw to second is wide of the bag. They really didn't have a chance to get Eli White there. But line out, 2 down, and here comes Austin Riley. 5-2 Atlanta. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That is cars with a K. Austin Riley waits, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Riley has walked and scored on the Olsen homer and flied to left. 5-2 Atlanta. 2 down in the 4th. Pitch way outside with a slider. Giolito's now thrown 80 pitches, Lenny.
Yeah, this is not going to be long for this game. We're in the 4th inning right now. He'd like to finish this inning, but I think that's probably going to be about it.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Fastball running in on the hands and up. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. And the Red Sox made it a game again on the Duran homer. Had 2 on with 2 out for Campbell. And this is yet again one of those shutdown opportunities that Giolito needs to seize. 1-2 pitch. Pop up into shallow left field. Backstory in Duran, and nobody gets it. Into the Bermuda Triangle, a blue pit for Riley, and it's 6-2 Atlanta.
That's just bad luck right there. Nobody could get to that ball. Wasn't hit hard enough for Duran to get it. Just kind of poked it out there. Not a full swing.
So the steal off Giolito looms very large in this inning. And the Braves add to their lead.
Now you've got Olsen up. You got to be careful with him. Got to hit your spots for sure.
Run in. Man at first. 2 down. Here's Matt Olsen. And did Giolito just balk? No, a pitch clock violation. He is a little bit rattled right now, is Giolito. It was my fault. This whole half inning is my fault. I should not have let Dylan leave. Everything was going great.
She's still in the hallway. We can get her back.
She is. Let's go. 1-0. On the ground to the right side into right field. That's a base hit. Matt Olson has his second hit. Tearing around second. Heading for third is Riley. Throw from the outfield is wide of the bag. And the Braves with another run in. Have them at the corners with 2 outs for the very dangerous Marcell Ozuna.
It's probably his last inning, I'm assuming. He's running out of gas, so he needs to empty the tank right now for this at bat.
Yeah, and nobody's up and warming in the Red Sox bullpen yet. This is a spot where Giolito's just got to keep the game right here. 6-2, and the terrifying Ozuna digs in. The pitch, way outside, not close. Easy take on a slider. It's 1-0. He walked him last time after the homer from Ozuna. In the COVID year, the Braves came in here, no fans in the stands, and on consecutive nights, Riley and Ozuna each had a 3-home run game. And one of the balls that Ozuna hit, I think, is still going. The 1-0 almost hits him on the inside half. It was one of those rare balls, Lenny, that gets out in center field to the right of the flagpole in straightaway center. Amazing bomb.
Did it go right through a cardboard cutout of somebody's face? Or...
Exactly. Fake noise from the crowd. 2-0. Fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1. That day, that was no laughing matter. I mean, it was just an impressive display. 6-2, Atlanta. 2-1 the count. Pitch. Foul. A ground ball to short. Story's got it. Flips the short way to second. That's a big pitch from Giolito to keep the Sox in shouting distance here. 6-2. Bottom 4 is next. The Red Sox will have Abreu, Story, and Toro after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
It's Ian Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We've got Wilyer Abreu coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning here against Grant Holmes. Grounded out 4-3 last at bat. Let's see if he can create a spark right here.
He's such a pro. I was hoping Abreu would be hitting, and you'd have to call a leadoff solo blast.
I'm still waiting on my home run call.
I should just get back in the hallway. I think good things are coming here for Abreu.
From the bottom of my heart, please do not.
Right on left, the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. You know, again, Lenny, it's been a frustrating night. Giolito is going to be done. Bernardino is going to have the 5th inning. 0-1 to Wilyer. He grounded to second his first time here. He pops one into left center field. Verdugo over to his left in front of the track is there to make the play. But Holmes has given it up lately. I mean, the Red Sox have a lot of opportunities here. I would say that this is not that big of a coincidence, right? He has walked so many, and the Red Sox, when they were patient with Narvaez, he drew a big walk, and as he has so many times lately, that sort of changed the momentum of the game. Got to be patient against this guy.
Plenty of time left. You're right. Get a good pitch to hit. Don't expand.
Here's Story, who takes a fastball outside for ball one.
Looked like a pretty good pitch, but the catcher didn't do him any favors. He kind of muffed that one a little bit.
How is it hard on the mound when that happens to kind of move past it?
There's a little bit here right when that happens, like, come on.
Grab it. 1-0. Story takes a strike on the inside corner. That was a hanging slider that if Trevor's dialed in, that thing's on Lansdowne, but it's 1-1. So it's kind of a dichotomy here. This guy's been giving up walks and homers, one thing at a time for this Red Sox offense. 1-1. The pitch way outside a slider. And it is 2-1.
Which
fourth inning bell brought to you by Russell Hackman and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialists. 2-1 is a ball outside. Good stuff from Story. Request your appointment today or learn more at hackmanwealth.com. To me, Lenny, the score here, the situation, Story should be looking for one pitch in one spot.
Yeah, 3-1 count. You don't need to expand here.
Pitch is up and in, ball four. Here we go again. Holmes does issue his third walk. He's begging the Red Sox to keep getting back in this game.
It's a great approach right there. Took some really close pitches, trying to get on base. You don't want the offense to try to go out there and hit 8-run home runs right now, right? Get ducks on the pond, drive a pitch, hit a mistake, especially after a walk, right? He's trying to get back in the count right here. Make him pay.
I've never seen an 8-run homer. Here's Abraham Toro. That pitch misses outside, ball one. Station to station baseball. The Sox have just got to do it.
That's it. Drive the ball. Hit a mistake right here.
Long way to go. Bottom of the fourth. Toro struggling a little bit at the plate early in his time with the Sox. The pitch is a soft ground ball foul on the first base side. He is 3 for his first 18. He does have a homer. And Toro is tonight's 7th batter of the game, which is brought to you by Glassman Injury Lawyers. 1-1. Story's got a big lead at first. Thinking about it, and they throw to first. It's 6-2. It's not the worst idea. I mean, it goes against conventional wisdom, but I do think aggression can play in a game like this.
It's part of this team's identity, running, taking bags, pushing the envelope, making him uncomfortable. If you do that, maybe he'll miss a spot.
Here's a pitch that's low to Toro. Man, this guy, Grant Holmes, is making it hard on himself. Glassman is Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. He'd been hurt in a car or work accident. You got to get Glassman. Call all sevens. 617 and 7 sevens. Hitters count for Toro. Story at first. Narvaez on deck. 6-2 Atlanta, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, cutter. That was center cut of the zone, and Toro not ready for it. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you know Holmes, most of his pitches are running inside to a lefty. It's either that or a straight fastball. Nothing's going arm side, so you got to be sitting waiting on that pitch.
2-2 the pitch. Liner foul the other way. 95 four-seamer, and Toro stays alive.
Talk about the importance of having something move arm side, like a changeup or a split finger that goes down an arm side. It's pretty predictable with this guy. You know which direction his ball is going to fly.
Story at first. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch inside in the dirt. Story will not try it. Not a great read over there. I think had Trevor taken away right away. Had a chance, but you know, you're trailing by 4. Discretion may be the better part of valor. And it's 3-2, especially with a guy who's this wild.
Yeah, you can tell he's a little bit upset with himself when he realized that he could have probably taken second base, kind of slapped his hands a little bit in frustration.
I think he'll go here. 3-2. He's not. The pitch is drilled high and deep down the right field line toward the pesky pole, and it is going to be caught with a leap in right field by White. That thing looked like it was straight down the line, and actually a little bit further fair than it first looked. Toro flies out to deep right field, and they're 2 down.
The ball's 15 feet to the right. It's got a chance of getting out of the ballpark. I like the approach so far this inning for the offense, making him come to them, driving mistakes.
Matt Olson, by the way, is now in his career against Giolito 7 for 12 with 4 homers. Here's Carlos Narvaez, fastball on the inside corner, a cutter, and it's 0-1.
That's the guy you got to highlight, right? You can't have that guy beat you.
And you can't walk the guy in front of him. I've got a good feeling about Carlos here tonight. 0-1. Pitch is foul on the first base side. That was just up and up. This guy, Carlos Narvaez, Lenny, day after day continues to impress on both sides.
He's been good. He has 7 hits in his last 9 games.
A lot of them big. Big walks, too. 0-2. Check swing. He did not go. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Remember that 9-pitch walk against Reagan's in Kansas City that changed everything. Walk before the 2-run homer of Duran here tonight. 6-2 Atlanta in the 4th. 1-2. The pitch is low. He's got a really good eye. He's patient. And it's 2-2.
It always goes back to getting a good pitch to hit and don't expand. You're doing a pitcher, especially like this, a favor, who's scuffling a little bit in the strike zone. He wants you to get yourself out in these situations.
2-2. Pitch is outside. Another great take. I mean, that's close with a fastball. And now, Lenny, Story will take off. And don't you think Narvaez has got to sell out for dead red?
Absolutely. If he sees it there, drive it. Gap shot right here.
Cedon is on deck. 3-2. Story runs. The pitch is popped up foul on the first base side, out of play. This is one of those great moments at Fenway where even though the score is not the way the fans want, perfect summer night, pitch black skies overhead, Citgo sign going, Mass Mutual banner in straightaway center, 3 green lights for 3 balls, 2 red dots for 2 strikes. Let's see if Narvaez can make it more special. The pitch is driven high and deep down the right field line. Back on it, White on the run. He's there to make a knee-high grab. Wow. Eli White has been great in this inning. 2 lineouts to deep right field, and the Red Sox do not cash it in. We go to the 5th inning, 6-2 Atlanta on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. Live Good Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. Live Good Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Your dream getaway
welcome in
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding. Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Libby Dunn.
To the graduating class of 2025, today we celebrate all of our hard work, late nights, and the most craveable Raising Cane's chicken fingers and cane sauce that got you through it. Get out there and commemorate this moment with a grad plush puppy. Net proceeds from these paws go to a good cause. So whether you're graduating with honors or just happy to have survived finals, go forth and treat yourself to Raising Cane's and take home the cutest classmate ever. Because you've earned it. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
To the 5th inning, Lucas Giolito is done after 4. He gives up 6 runs on 8 hits, 3 homers yielded by Giolito. He didn't walk anybody, but the Braves, he did walk 1, actually. They launched off of Lucas. Here comes Brennan Bernardino, who last night walked 3 hitters in a row in the top of the 9th inning to really give the Braves some breathing room. 2 of those came with the bases loaded. Show looking for a bounce back, and he's going to throw some pitches tonight. Here's Drake Baldwin. The pitch is to the backstop. And this is the kind of thing, Lenny, you've been in this spot. You know that Bernardino's thinking, all right, I walked 3 last night. I'm on tonight to give length. And it's a little precarious. The 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. I mean, these guys know the math. They know the deal. If Bernie goes 3-4 innings tonight, it's a spot where you might need to flip-flop him with somebody at AAA. The 1-1 is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, and it's you're trying to think of the task at hand. First pitch strikes, getting ahead. You don't want to think about going 3 or 4 innings. You want to think about getting each batter out.
1-2. Baldwin, who launched a homer last time, fouls it off on the third base side. League leaders in who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. At drainbyjames.com, they give a poop about your pipes. 1-2. Soft ground ball toward first. It stays fair. Toro's got it. He'll step on the bag. And there's one away. Shohei Ohtani now has the big league lead with 16 home runs. One more than Aaron Judge. An 1106 OPS for Ohtani-san. Aren't you glad you don't have to pitch to him?
I mean, he's from Krypton, right? Is that, I mean...
You're such a nerd with that stuff. One out. Here comes Ozzie Albies.
I'll be the first to tell you that, though.
The pitch is inside. I mean, he is a total unicorn, Lenny. I really think this is all the, controversy around Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe getting reinstated. 1-0 to Albies outside. I'm sort of the mindset that if he never played another game, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I know it doesn't work that way.
Sure.
But he's been that spectacular.
He's an absolute generational player. I mean, we haven't seen anybody like that since Babe Ruth.
2-0 pitch is fouled off. And the other thing about it, Lenny, Babe never really did what Ohtani has done. He pitched here with the Red Sox, but by the time he got to New York, they made him a hitter. So he wasn't one of the great pitchers in the game and one of the great hitters at the same time, which Ohtani did. He continues to work his way back to the mound. The 2-1 is outside. I think it's going to be interesting to watch that, Lenny, what they do when he is healthy, because he didn't pitch last year. He had a career spectacular year at the plate. I mean, obviously there's value there when he's on the mound, of course. 3-1 is a chopper towards short. Story plays a low second hop, throws to first in time, 2 away.
I mean, it's just an upper 90s fastball with spectacular secondary stuff.
Other than that.
But you're right, though. I mean, how long is he going to be able to be a two-way player? The older he gets, it's going to be more difficult. When you get older, the recoup starts to shorten up a little bit, right? It takes you longer to feel right. Every 5 days seems about every 2 days for your body.
The thing that's cool for baseball about him is the Dodgers have just sort of exploited the rules and spent all this money as Michael Harris II takes strike 1 on the outside corner. 6-2 Braves in the top of the 5th. In some ways, as much as you hate that he's with the Dodgers after leaving the Angels, he is exactly what MLB needs. The 0-1 misses inside. And by that, I mean, not only is he a great talent, but he's just an incredible sort of effervescent personality. He smiles all the time. He delivers in huge moments. By all accounts, he seems to be a great teammate. 1-1. Bernardino throws, and Harris can't check his swing. It's called a strike anyway, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, he's the right guy for the right time, right? If you want kids, which you're trying to get that demographic to pay attention to baseball, to get interested in watching baseball, he's the perfect guy for them to go out and try to...
1-2 fouled off.
He's the guy that you want to get eyes on this game. I mean, he's dynamic in every sense of the word when it comes to pitching, offense, everything about him.
Yeah, it's true. Watch Ohtani and then paint your fence Benjamin Moore Fenway Green. We're going to have baseball fans everywhere. I'm serious. I'm doing it, man. Why not?
I'll help.
1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Bernardino does a very nice job in the top of the 5th. Red Sox trail 6-2. Lenny's getting his paintbrush. It'll be Rafaela Duran and Devers after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
Se você tem mais de 55 anos ou vive com uma deficiência, o Centro de Recursos para o Envelhecimento e Deficiência de Rhode Island, ou ADRC, é o seu ponto de apoio. Receba orientação grátis de cuidados de longo prazo, como Medicare, habitação e muito mais. Disque 401-462-4444 para falar com o ADRC ou busque RADRC online. Isso é um serviço do Escritório de Envelhecimento Saudável de Rhode Island.
Sometimes, when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan, or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at healthsourceri.com.
Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6-2 Braves lead the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It'll be Cedar Rafaela, Jaron Duran, and then Rafi in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Volvo Cars of Norwood. Feels like if you get traffic in front of Devers in this inning, big things could happen. Third time seeing a guy with sort of average stuff. Here's Cedar, who takes a strike on the inside corner. Slider, he wasn't going to do too much with that. Cedar lined out sharply to right his first time.
Yeah, not a good pitch to swing at first time around. He's having a pretty good May after struggling in the onset of the season.
0-1. Line drive into center field. It'll hang up, though, for Harris. He's there to make the play. Kind of a one-handed follow-through for Cedar. Slider. And there's one away.
Yeah, just kind of poked it out there, hit it a little too hard.
But he has made changes. Last night he was a little out of sorts against Sale, a little swing happy.
Sale will do that to you.
Yes, he will. He said it was like walking in to your childhood home. What he felt like coming back into Fenway Park. Here's Jaron, homered his last time, and he takes strike one. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. 6-2 Atlanta. The code word of the game, Brian Bayo 66. Enter your code word in the member portal today. Watch him pitch tomorrow. 0-1. Line hopper on the right side. What a stop there by Olsen. One of the best first basemen in the game. Yanks the throw. Holmes was a little late to cover, and Duran is aboard with one out.
That's what you have to do. Take advantage of these situations. You can't tell me that he wasn't a little bit spooked seeing Duran come right down that line, running hard. Tried to speed it up a little bit, forced the throw down the line a little bit.
That is a throwing error on Olsen, who, by the way, has the most defensive run saved of any first baseman in the game. Maybe that's the break the Red Sox need, because here's Rafi.
That's exactly what speed will do for you right there. Start to speed up and do too much.
Here's the pitch, and Devers takes a fastball right there. Man, on the outer half, that's 95. If he's thinking the opposite field, that thing could get launched.
That's exactly what I want him to think right here. Opposite field, sit back, because everything runs into him. Sit back, keep the hands through it.
0-1, the pitch is way outside. That's almost like a quasi pitch out, but that's not the intent there from Holmes. Duran is going nowhere here, no shot. 6-2 Atlanta. 1 on, 1 out. Holmes sets. He throws, and Devers takes outside. He's been more patient. That's a really good take. And it's 2-1. Lenny, this is the spot where Rafi is going to unleash an incredibly violent swing.
2-1 fastball down the middle. That's what he's got to take outside the ballpark.
2-1 is low. Really good take on a curveball. And that's more than he's done in the past. The take rate, the swing and miss rate, so much better this year. And now even better, it's 3-1.
Yeah, he leads the AL in walks. That's the biggest difference in Rafi Devers today from earlier in his career. He could hit the ball out of the ballpark on something 4 or 5 baseball lanes outside the zone. But now the fact he's taken so many pitches, taken so many walks, the pitchers have to come to him.
Bregman on deck, 3-1 to Devers. Here's the pitch, and it is outside, ball 4. So that is a great plate appearance by Devers. He walks for the 35th time, and here we go. I mean, yes, Devers is dangerous, but that drives the Braves crazy. Great walk from Devers, 4th of the game, and now in a 4-run game with 2 on and 1 out, here's Bregman.
And Atlanta is one of the 3 teams that Bregman has not homered against. I'm just going to throw that out there.
That's very good. Put him in the book. Here's a pitch to Alex that's low. That was a slider, and it's 1-0. Bregman is grounded to third and walked. Big spot here. 2 on, 1 out. Holmes is ready. The pitch is a beauty. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. A fastball at 95, and it's 1-1.
As much as I'd like a home run right here, I still want him to have that station-to-station approach.
1-1. Pitch is drilled foul down the right field line. Man, he would like another look at that. That was 95 center cut. It is 1-2. Bregman has been an awesome 2-strike hitter for the Red Sox. Duran at second, Devers at first. They play way off the first base bag. Pitch is pop foul on the first base side. That was a really good slider at the bottom of the zone. Bregman stays alive, 1-2.
That's why he's so good with 2 strikes. He's able to stay alive by just fouling balls off until the pitcher makes a mistake.
1-2. Feels like a big spot in the game right here. Bregman waits. The pitch is popped up into left field, carrying, but just in front of the warning track. Verdugo is there to make the play. And that is a big second out.
He just missed that ball. Kind of got out on his front foot a little bit. Definitely wants that pitch back.
You know, in that AB, he had some pitches to hit.
That's the power of a fastball right there. If you've got 95, it's difficult to hit. I don't care who you are. That's 2 pitches right down the middle that Bregman missed. And shows you, use the fastball. If you're Giolito, he's got that same spin, that same speed.
So here's Campbell, who's 0 for his last 10, but sharply lined out last time. Here he takes a fastball high for ball 1. I think he's looked better, Christian. I mean, obviously the home run the other way in Detroit. This is his 3rd look at Holmes. He had a big chance here, 1-0. 2 on, 2 out. Pitch is high. Cutter, and it's 2-0. How much would you love Willier, who's on deck, to come up as the tying run? So patience, a virtue here for Campbell.
Yeah, 2 really good takes from Campbell right there. And Willier, Mr. Clutch so far. That's exactly the person I want to see put them over the top.
2-0. The pitch is swung on and missed. That was a ball. I mean, it was a slider up and in, and it's one of those weird-looking, awkward fans by Campbell where the top hand almost comes off the bat.
2-0 count. You're looking 1 pitch, 1 zone, and that pitch is a fastball down the middle. Yeah. Don't swing at anything other than that, especially with spin.
He did. 2 on, 2 out. 2-1 to Campbell. 6-2 Braves. Here's the pitch, and it is grounded up the middle. The shortstop has it. Allen flips to second. And the inning is over. Campbell has left 4 men on base here tonight. Sox had a rally, but don't get anything from it. We go to the 6th inning. 6-2. Birdie is coming on for the Red Sox after this. From the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
Looking for a career that offers a 6-figure income, world-class health benefits, and a fixed benefit pension? With just a high school equivalency certificate in fluent English, you can join us. We have excellent education incentives. I started with just a high school diploma, and now I can provide my family with a great life. The benefits are amazing and the job security is unbeatable. Become a correctional officer by applying today at doc.ri.gov/apply.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, you can bet on all your favorite sports. So head to the app now, and new SGPs, odds boosts, and special offers. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Nick Berti is going to pitch for the second straight night for the Red Sox. Just called up from AAA yesterday. He's going to try to keep the Red Sox within 4 as we go into the top of the 6th. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Red Sox. Here is Eli White, who's had a really nice night out in right field and at the plate, 2 for 2. Unscored a couple singles. He takes a strike from Berti. Change up 0-1.
Yeah, Berti's got kind of a deceptive arm action right there, kind of arms and legs going at you. Real imposing figure out there. Retired the only batter he faced last night, stranding the bases loaded.
0-1. Bregman level with the bag at 30. Missed with a fastball, did Berti. He might go a couple innings, I would think, depending on what the offense does in the bottom of this 6th inning.
Yeah,
he's here.
All these relievers are going to need to go as long as possible. Giolito going 4 innings did not help the cause at all.
Pitch is lined into center field. He's 3 for 3. Is Eli White. Cedon plays it on one hop. So the Braves traffic again. They've not had an inning other than the 5th pitch by Bernardino where they did not have a base runner.
Yeah, Berti's got the capability of putting the ball on the ground with his type of movement. See if he can get that double play ball right here.
Here's Nick Allen, right-handed hitter. Pitch, strike on the outside corner. Berti does have 2 options remaining, which is crazy for a guy who's had all these years in the major leagues. Must have gotten there quickly and still has them, at least according to the Fangraphs website I'm watching. That surprises me. 0-1 to Nick Allen. Pitch is up and it almost hit him. And a fastball, 1-1. That gives him some flexibility. And that's probably the reason that he was the guy who came up in this spot. That and the fact that he was pitching great down at AAA.
Yeah, you look at the stats down there. He's throwing the ball pretty well. Earned a spot up here for sure.
1-1. Line hopper to second. Story's got it at short. Relay to first in time. Double play, just what he needed.
Exactly. You love the arm angle. It's got a little bit of sink to it. Very deceptive delivery. All that equals up to getting a ground ball right there.
Is that just what the doctor ordered? Here, as you can tell, it's Verdugo. He's 0 for 3. 2 down. Bases empty in this 6th inning. 6-2 Atlanta. The pitch outside. That was one of the rare sort of boxed up handles by Narvaez. I don't know whether that was just a bad miss by Berti or what. If you want to win free groceries for a year and prizes like $500 in Shaw's gift cards, enter the Shaw's and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes, the 1-0. Verdugo takes the ball inside. Spend $50, get your code, and enter. Official rules at GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. Verdugo was well liked by his teammates here in Boston. Many of them spent a lot of time before the game chatting with him. 2-0 is a shot into center field. That's a base hit. That's a familiar look for the Red Sox. He's going about 2 miles an hour down the first base line after a bat flip. A swag for a guy who...
It's kind kind of his can't get out of his own way, right?
No.
You got a guy with a lot of talent, a pretty swing, tons of ability in the field, at the plate. But I tell you what, takes no talent to go down the line quickly. It drives a former player. I know it drives you crazy watching it.
Well, it just happens too often. There's no reason. Here's Austin Riley, right-handed hitter. The pitch is a little bit outside of fastball. I mean, I have a good relationship with Verdugo. I enjoy being around him. There were things that he did, and by the way, many things that weren't reported, and to the Red Sox credit that they did not publicize, that happened here as the pitch is a little outside. I mean, Verdugo, the way that he handled being benched by Alex Cora was absurd, because he went to the media and said, especially once he got to New York, that he liked a manager in Aaron Boone who finally had his back. And that was just a ridiculous comment. The 2-0 pitch is grounded foul outside of third, because what Alex Cora didn't do, what the Red Sox didn't and would never do, is expose all of the other times before that fateful day late in the season that Verdugo just wasn't an accountable teammate.
You know, and if you want to look at the opposite of Verdugo as far as playing on the field, is a guy like Jarren Duran.
Yep.
Jarren Duran, every time the ball's hit, he gets down the line. He's thinking second base, no matter if he's going to get there or not. He's always thinking.
2-1 is swung on a miss. They throw behind. Well, it would have just been absolutely perfect. They almost got him at first base. They don't. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I think that's, in the end, why Cora had to do what he did. I mean, I'll never forget that day. The game, the season, they were on the line. The Red Sox needed to win to sort of even have any hope of staying in the wild card race. And it was a 4 o'clock Saturday start. I'll never forget being in the first base dugout before that game, 2-2. Here's the pitch, way outside. Alex was late for good reason. Cora, that is. He came down and he said, just so you know, lineup change. Verdugo out. I think Ref Snyder went in for him. And I thought, well, not going to make too much of it. 3-2 with 2 down, 6-2 Atlanta in the 6th. Verdugo will run. Pitch is outside, ball 4. That can happen. I mean, Riley's a dangerous hitter, but now you got Matt Olson, who's red hot in this series, coming up with 2 on and 2 out. And we later found out that Verdugo, at that moment, had not yet arrived at the ballpark. And the difficult thing is, as Andrew Bailey comes to the mound, not to relitigate the whole thing, but after the game, he was asked if he was late. He said no, which he was.
Yeah, that's a no-no. In baseball, you're taught relatively early in, and I'm talking, I probably learned this my freshman year in high school, that if you're 10 minutes early, you're 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
You got to get there early, and it's out of respect for your teammates, out of respect for the game, the coaching staff.
It's one of the things I appreciate about you. If any time we're going to go to a ballpark together, you've been in the lobby for like 40 minutes by the time I get down there. It's a big spot here for Birdie. 2 on, 2 out, 6-2 Atlanta. Got to keep it right here, but here is Olson. He's homered and singled and struck out. Birdie from the first base side of the rubber throws, and Olson takes a ball. Fastball outside, 1-0. Anyway, it was time to move on. That's why they went separate ways with Verdugo. And it's also why he did not last in New York. Trying to find a new life in Atlanta. 1-0. Pitch is down and in. A guy who got so many big hits with the Dodgers but frustrated them. The talent, unmistakable. He has the ability to be a 9-figure contract player. And here he was 2 weeks before spring training without a job.
And that's the sad part about it. If he wasn't this talented, he'd be out a long time ago.
2-0, ground ball, foul outside of first by Tom Goodwin, one of the all-time great guys, one of our close friends, several years here with the Boston Red Sox. Long-time Kansas City Royal, time with the New York Mets. One time stole 66 bases in a season. 2-1 is lined into left field. That's a base hit. Duran plays it on a hop. They're going to wave the runner home. Duran's throw is going to beat him by a mile. Gun down at the plate. So perfect for Verdugo. He did get the green light there, and Duran made a great play for the final out of the inning.
Outstanding throw right there. Great read to go get that baseball and come up gunning. Could have made a better throw.
The Red Sox keep it a 4-run deficit. Verdugo, by the way, didn't even slide.
Shocker.
Tagged on the chest, and the inning is over. Bottom 6 next, 6-2 Braves on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows when you're ready for new appliances, you want the best deal. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances like GE. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more, like exclusive GE ranges with the Easy Wash oven tray, plus an air fry basket. Shop these and other Memorial Day deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. Valid 5/15 through 6/4.
Yeah, boy! You're getting hungry. Very, very hungry. Now look into my clock, and when your boy Flavor Flav counts from 3, you're gonna go to Cane's, and you're gonna order hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and secret cane sauce. 3, 2, 1.
Order for Flavor Flav.
I guess it worked. Raising Cane's. One love.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, you're Abreu to lead it off as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Herb Chambers batting order. Abreu, Story, and Toro brought to you by Herb Chambers Honda of Boston, Burlington, and Seekonk. Pitch to Willier is a strike on the outside corner. Braves are going to be aggressive. They got the bullpen going. Holmes has thrown 84 pitches. Abreu down to the second and flied out to left. 0-1 the pitch. High fly into shallow right center field. Harris, the center fielder, drifts in, looking up into the dark skies there to make the play. One down, 10 seconds. Station ID, Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Trevor Story walked his last time. Comes to the plate with one down in the bottom of the 6th inning. He skies this ball foul down the right field side in front of the Red Sox dugout. Olsen gives it a look, almost made the play. Anthony Cerundolo, whose lovely daughter is going to be confirmed tomorrow. She's at prom tonight. A lot going on in the Cerundolo family. Dolo almost got domed there and ran into by Matt Olson.
Nice Italian boy.
I asked him, what does your daughter want and what do you get for a confirmation? He was funny. He said she probably wants a car.
That's it?
Well, just that. 0-1 to Story. The pitch is a little outside. They're having a big to-do at the house tomorrow out in Worcester. Dolo will do it right. We know that. 6-2 Braves. One out the pitch. Story swings and misses. That's been a hole for him this year. Slider. That is 1-2. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England Metal Roofing.com. Birdie's going to continue in the game. Nobody throwing for the Sox.
Yeah, they need to eat innings in the worst way. When the starter goes 4 innings, the writing's on the wall. You need to save this bullpen for the next upcoming games.
1-2 is a line hopper into left field. That's a base hit. All right, some encouraging signs of life for Story. He's aboard with a 1-out hit. It'll bring up Toro.
Yeah, his hold's been slider down, fastball up. He was able to get the barrel on that ball right there. Inner half, sat back and just threw the hands. That's a good piece of hitting right there.
So with Trevor aboard, here's Abraham Toro. You know, it's still a 4-run lead for the Braves. But you have to wonder what they were thinking sending Verdugo there as Toro takes a ball inside. I mean, you know, the logic 2 outs, gamble, that's fine. But that was a hard one hopper to Duran, and Verdugo wasn't even at the bag by the time Duran got the ball. The 1-0 is a ball outside. Fastball 2-0. You got Marcell Ozuna on deck, who loves hitting in this ballpark.
Yeah, they basically just ran into an out right there. Duran's got a pretty good arm out there. It was a one hopper to the chest to Narvaez.
2-0. Patience a virtue here. He does take a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-1. And I don't know about you, Lenny. I was pretty sure that the Braves' third base coach did give the windmill down there. That wasn't Verdugo doing it on his own. 2-1 to Toro. The pitch is swung on and missed. Slider. And it is now 2-2. But just keep a mental note of that. Daniel De Los Santos warming for the Braves. Story leading at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider. Man, tough at bat for Toro, and they're 2 away.
Steady diet of sliders right there. Everything kind of breaking down and in. Bottom of the zone. You could tell what the plan was. Nothing hard right there to try to induce swings outside the strike zone.
So now Carlos Narvaez trying to extend the inning. I think there's no chance that this pitcher, Grant Holmes, sees the top of the order for a 4th time. They're on the phone trying to figure out who's ready in the bullpen. The pitch to Carlos. Strike. Fastball on the outside corner.
Narvaez has shown the ability to take pitches really close outside the strike zone.
Oh, one is fouled on the play on the first base side. Yeah, he's had a really great couple weeks. Great plan at the plate.
After the last at-bat, a steady diet of sliders, he went straight at him with 2 fastballs. I had the feeling he's not going to throw another fastball right here, though.
0-2 to Carlos. The pitch up and in. That was a purpose pitch, buzzing the tower a little bit.
Now he's going down with that breaking ball. Slider down and away.
I've loved Narvaez's approach at the plate. 6-2 Braves. Story at first with 2 down in the 6th. 1-2 pitch. He did exactly that, a slider, and that's heady from Narvaez. He took it, and it's 2-2.
It's a great take right there. See if he goes back to the fastball right here. Hopefully Narvaez is ready for it.
2-2. Story leads at first. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Cut fastball, inning over. Frustration continues for the Red Sox. We go to the 7th, 6-2 Atlanta from the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because championship-level soccer deserves championship-level refreshment.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Today we celebrate all of our hard work, late nights, and the most craveable Raising Cane's chicken fingers and cane sauce that got you through it. So get out there and commemorate this moment with a grad plush puppy, because you've earned it. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Birdie continues in the game as we go to the 7th inning. More frustration for Boston. They've had chances. Once again, 3 homers in the game. For Atlanta, they lead 6-2. Birdie will see Ozuna, Baldwin, and Albies.
Going to be a little bit of a test for Birdie right here. He's got to be real careful, make some quality pitches, try to get ahead, stay ahead right here.
Ozuna, 2-run, rather solo homer. He's walked and scored. He loves hitting at Fenway. Really a resurgent year for him. 7 homers, 19 driven in. A real case behind Ohtani is the MVP in the National League a season ago as a changeup on the outside corner, strike one. Ohtani won the MVP even without pitching a season ago. 0-1. Pitch. Swing and miss. Good slider, and it's 0-2.
2 really good pitches. We talk about getting ahead, staying ahead. Now the fact that he's 0-2, maybe he can use that breaking ball down and away. He could go fastball up in the zone here. So many different ways you can go about it.
Straight up defensively, Cedon a little bit toward the triangle in center. 0-2 pitch. Liner foul. First base side. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Counts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. 0-2 to Ozuna. Pitch. Way outside. Slider, easy take, and it's 1-2.
Got away with one the pitch before that, 95, basically center cut. He fouled it back. I think he could throw that again, but he's got to get it up and in.
Doesn't happen often with this hitter in this yard. He pounds balls. 1-2. That's another bad miss with the slider. It's so comfortable for Ozuna to take that pitch, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, you can judge the movement. That ball has a ton of glove side movement, but it's a ball out of his hands. Easy take.
2-2. Pitch. Line drive deep and down the right field line toward the pesky pole. Trouble and just foul. Wow. That was so close. But out of play. Ozuna leads baseball with 38 walks.
He's got a good approach. He's waiting for a good pitch to hit. He's not trying to expand outside the strike zone. We've seen that this at bat so far.
2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was a really good slider. He chased it, did Ozuna. And with one down.
You can tell the difference.
Drake Baldwin.
The difference between that slider and the 2 previous sliders that were balls way outside the strike zone. That had half the movement. It was a lot sharper. He looked like a good pitch out of his hand. Good adjustment by Birdie.
It's fascinating when you think about the career arc of Marcell Ozuna. Here's the pitch to Drake Baldwin, and it is a strike on the outside corner. In some ways, he's partially responsible for the fact that Chaim Bloom is going to take over in St. Louis next year, because the Cardinals traded for Marcell Ozuna from the Miami Marlins. 0-1 the pitch. Foul back. And to get him, they sent away Sandy Alcantara and Zach Gallen, which Ozuna had a nice couple of years with the Cardinals, but those are 2 of the elite pitchers in the game, although Alcantara's had a rough season so far after the injury. Gallen, one of the great pitchers in the National League. 0-2. Pitch. Chopper to the right side. Toro's got it. Birdie races over to the bag. He's got it. Nice job, and they're 2 away. I mean, those are the kind of deals that will cost a GM a job.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict how a trajectory of a career is going to go, but you have a good idea when you see the pure stuff and athleticism that these guys have.
They also traded away Randy Arozarena and others.
What are we doing?
They're hot right now, the Cardinals are. Nobody hotter than the Minnesota Twins. They've won 12 straight. Here's a liner into right field off the bat of Ozzie Albies. Long run in for Abreu. He can't get it. Plays the hop gloves and recovers nicely to hold Albies to a base hit. That almost got ugly for Willier. He thought he might have a chance to make the catch, then did not. And he raced too close to it, stopped, reached over his head and gloved, and fired a bullet to second.
Yeah, that ball almost got over his head. Bounced on the hard warning track right there like a super ball. Almost got over his head. He ended up making a really good throw towards second base to keep him at first.
St. Louis Cardinals have won 9 of their last 10 games. Amazing. Here is Michael Harris II. He takes a changeup for a ball.
Sox sweep them earlier in the year, didn't they?
Cardinals came here, I think it was 3 of 4. Might have lost the opener and then won that double header on a Saturday and then took the finale in that series. 1-0 to Michael Harris II. Pitch is a chopper toward first. Toro's got it. Steps on the bag and the inning is over. That was when the offense was flying high for the Red Sox. They could use a little more of that. You know, the Red Sox actually did take all 3 from St. Louis. Lenny's on it. I got to wake up. It is 6-2 Atlanta. Stretch time at Fenway. Slap myself in the face on the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Even a blind.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
Looking for a career that offers a 6-figure income, world-class health benefits, and a fixed benefit pension? With just a high school equivalency certificate in fluent English, you can join us. We have excellent education incentives. I started with just a high school diploma, and now I can provide my family with a great life. The benefits are amazing and the job security is unbeatable. Become a correctional officer by applying today at doc.ri.gov/apply.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at shopify.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Atlanta goes to the left-hander Aaron Bummer, who's pitched pretty well for them. You'll see Rafaela, then Duran and Devers. The Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout during this season, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. They're here. The Jimmy Fund is here for good. All right, here's Cedon, who's lined out twice. Once to right, once to center. 4-run Atlanta lead. Pitch. Sweeping breaking pitch. That was the definition of a sweeper. It missed outside, ball 1.
Yeah, he's a ground ball machine. He's in the 92nd percentile as far as ground ball rate this season.
1-0. Foul back. This is the definition of low-hanging pun fruit. Bullpen arm named Bummer. We're not going to go there.
Nope. Not going to do it.
Get you caught up on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Little Bob goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruNewEngland.com as a pitch. This is inside to Cedon. It is a straight line, Lenny. When he is patient, when he takes pitches, he takes off.
Yeah, I mean, there's no coincidence that he's getting better pitches to hit because he's taking pitches outside the strike zone. He's not missing.
2-1 is lined on the ground past the dive of the third baseman Riley, into the corner, and that is extra bases for Cedon. He got a hitter's count, and he delivers extra base hit to begin things in the 7th.
That's exactly what we're talking about. A 2-1 count, waiting to get something he can drive, hit the ball with the pull side on the barrel. Outstanding piece of hitting right there.
In what has been sort of a frustrating year, that's already his 8th double, Cedon.
He's another one of those guys. He's a burner. We don't give him the credit that he deserves as far as speed. Anytime the ball hits the grass, same thing with Duran, same thing with Hamilton, he can get on second base.
So, He's at second. Here is Duran, who takes a pitch outside for ball one. Jaron is looking better the last few days at the plate. On that scoreboard, Scotty Scheffler carries a 3-shot lead into the final round of the PGA Championship tomorrow down in Charlotte over Alex Noren. 1-0 to Durant. Strike on the inside corner.
That's the biggest adjustment for Durant as well. Earlier in the season when he was scuffling a little bit, he's chasing outside the strike zone, going after fastballs up above the barrel consistently.
1-1 to Durant. A pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. It looked like it was off the plate and in. Call given to Bummer. And it's 1-2.
That's a tough pitch right there. You don't want him swinging at that pitch. A sweeper up and in.
Cedon at second. Nobody out in this 7th inning. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And it's way outside. Easy take on a curveball. And it is 2-2.
Now he's looking to sit back and drive something. I think dead center field.
With a 2-run homer exactly there. Back in the 3rd. Here's the 2-2. High pop-up into left field. Harris and Verdugo come together, and Verdugo's there to make the play. And there's one away. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Kickstart your summer with Nissan. Offers going fast to the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. And here's Devers. He's double walked and struck out. Need a jolt right here, right now.
Make it a 2-run game right here.
They've got a right-hander up in the bullpen. If Devers gets on, you might see him for Bregman. Pitch misses outside for ball one. In fact, I'd almost be surprised if Brian Snitker did not do that if Devers reaches here, because he got Bregman and Campbell looming. 1-0. That's outside but called a strike. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible from Paul Clemens.
That's not even close.
I mean, it should be 2-0. It's 1-1. That's ridiculous. It is 1-1 to Devers now. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul on the third base side. So instead of 2-0, it's now 1-2. And Lenny, I get it, the job is hard, but it is their job. And that was such a bad miss by the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I can see if it's an inch off the plate, but that's legitimately 2-3 baseball lengths off. Not even close.
Too. 1-2, the pitch. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's the base hit. Cedon coming around third. He's going to score. Verdugo throws it home. Of course he does. And Devers is into second base. They take advantage of an all-too-familiar Verdugo mistake, and the Red Sox have a run in with Devers at second.
Of course he didn't hit his cutoff man to keep him at first base, to keep the double play in order. Tried to do too much right there. Threw the ball. Actually overthrew the catcher. Luckily, he had a backup right there.
That is such a bad play, and the Red Sox love it, and you gotta love Devers cashing it in. They will go to the right-hander to face Bregman. The Sox are wheeling and dealing here. It's a 3-run game. Bregman coming to the plate to face a new bullpen arm. I'll tell you who it is after this. Pitching change and slow down in the action, brought to you by Iservay. More from Fenway after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Bundle Deal Days at AutoZone.
Well,
I do need a bundle of things. When you bundle, you save. Do I save if I bundle oil with an oil filter? Save up to $12 on that bundle. What about brake pads and rotors? Bundle those and the brake pads are free. Can't save more than free. You can save on hundreds of deals during Bundle Deal Days. Ends June 2nd at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Duralast brake pads only.
Here we go. Enyel de los Santos is on for the Atlanta Braves. It is 6-3 here at Fenway. And for a long time, one of the hardest throwing, highest upside relievers in the game. Here's Bregman, who drives the first pitch on the ground, foul outside the third baseline. He came up to De Los Santos with Phillies 7 years ago. It felt like he was going to be their next great closer.
That was his 148th slider of the season. He's only given up 4 hits on that pitch.
Wow.
It's a good pitch.
Hope he hangs one to Bregman. 0-1. The pitch is a check swing. He went around on a great slider. And it's 0-2 with the Braves this year. Been sort of hit and miss. He has allowed 14 hits in 19 1/3 innings, 2 homers, 7 walks, but 22 strikeouts. 0-2. High drive into left field. This thing is back at the track, at the wall, off the wall. Coming home is Devers. Verdugo tried to deke him. No shot. It's a wall ball double off that Benjamin Moore Fenway green, and the Red Sox are within 2. It is 6-4.
I thought the left fielder had a beat on that ball off the bat, but it just kept going. And then I'm thinking, is this ball out of the ballpark? Just missed it. Again, that slider, that's number 5.
And now the tying run comes to the plate in Christian Campbell. Alex Bregman built for this part.
He really is. I mean, and talk about clutch, especially with 2 strikes. Nobody better in the game with 2 strikes than Bregman.
Now Campbell with Bregman at second and 1 out. The pitch is a fastball inside, ball 1. Left-handed hitting. Abreu is on deck. De Los Santos has to face Abreu no matter what. 1-0 the pitch. Fenway's alive. A fastball on the corner. And it's 1-1. They flip the switch, Lenny. Ballpark has woken up.
You can hear him.
1-1. Pitch. That's low. Slider, good take. 2-1.
2 really good takes so far this at bat. Threw a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, enter third, took that, but now he's in a hitter's count. If he throws that once more, he should be on it.
A great at bat by Cedon to begin the inning. 2-1. The pitch is lined into center field, but off the end of the bat. Harris started back now. He'll come in. He'll get there and make the play. And they're 2 down. Now here's a spot, Lenny. 2-run game, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. That you wonder how much De Los Santos will give Williard to hit. You got the right-hander Story on deck. By the way, the 7th inning, sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. You've been hurt? Get Glassman. All 7s after 6-1-7. Love Williard to injure a baseball here. Pitch outside. Called a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, you got to think maybe it's one of those unintentional, intentional walks. Not going to give him anything close.
1-0. Tying run at the plate. 2 down in the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Man, 97. Bottom of the zone. In enough on the hands. Late on it. It's 1-1.
Tell you what, if Williard gets that pitch again, he's going to be timed on it.
Whitlock and Slayton both warming for the Red Sox in their pen. 2 runs in, a 2-run deficit. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Williard fouls it on the first base side. Change up. De Los Santos pulls the string, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, you felt that coming after that fastball inside. Off speed away. Now he can go about it with the slider. His best pitch, probably a back footer right here.
1-2 strikes. Bregman at second. Here's the set and the pitch. And a check swing, change up, missed outside. It's 2-2. Alex Bregman's got a new sliding guard on his left hand. I believe it's got the Wally face on it. Embracing it all. Sort of that oven mitt, sliding protector. 2-2 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line hopper to first. Olsen is so good over there. He's got it. Steps on the first base bag, and the inning is over. The Red Sox, though, do get 2 in. And as we go to the 8th inning, trail 6-4 to the Braves in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows when you need new appliances, you want them at a great price. Right now, get up to 40% off select major LG appliances. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major LG appliances $396 or more. And for a little extra peace of mind, get a 2-year warranty via the ThinQ app. Shop these and other Memorial Day deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. Valid 5/15 through 6/4.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet for only $50 a month with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee and equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Here at Whitlock, this is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Here we go into the top of the 8th inning. The Red Sox are fighting and clawing. It's a 6-4 Atlanta lead. And if there were any pitcher on the Red Sox club who needs a bounce back and a good one, it's Garrett Whitlock.
Yeah, he's still trying to find his footing this season. It's really been the fastball location, hasn't quite been there, so they're sitting on the off speed. His changeup, his slider, just kind of predictable right now. He needs to establish that fastball early inside the count to get ahead.
Alex Cora made the point that he sort of reflected on the off day that they need to be more patient with Whitlock coming off that big surgery. Here's Eli White, who's had a great night. He's 3 for 3, sinking fastball for a strike on the outside corner. And Whitlock gave up the big homer to Javi Baez the other night. 15 games of 4.43 ERA. 0-1 is fouled on the first base side. And I do think, look, Lenny, this is a results business. Nobody's making excuses for Whitlock or Slayton or Weissert or any of the bullpen arms that have struggled. But it is a fair point because Whitlock tantalized so much in 2021 as one of the elite relievers in the game. 0-2 pitch is a little bit high. And then he was that guy again in spring training. But it is fair to say, coming off an injury like that, these ups and downs are going to happen.
Absolutely. You know, and when his stuff is top notch, you just saw 96 right there.
1-2 is chopped foul on the third base side. Lenny, I know you hit as a kid, not in the big leagues. To me, if I'm a big league hitter right now, unlike ever before, his changeup is easy to see coming. I think it's a totally different arm angle. He shortens it. That one was fouled off on the third base side.
It's only a good pitch if you sell it like it's a fastball.
Swing and a miss, no foul at a sinker. And what I mean by that is when he was awesome early this year in 21, it's the exact same arm speed and angle and release point. To me, even from up here, it looks like he's kind of short-arming and guiding the changeup.
And big league hitters will pick that up. If you're not getting that same arm angle, the same arm action or extension.
1-2 is, again, that changeup that just looked a little different, and it's 2-2.
And that's a ball out of his hand. That's 85 down on the zone, 10 miles an hour difference from his fastball. But again, it's a ball out of his hand. You can tell that it's going to be down below the zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Eli White. The pitch. There's a sinker lined into right field. Abreu and Cedon come together, and Willier is there to make the play. So 1 down with Rafael Montero warming in the pen.
I am a 200 hitter in the big leagues, though.
Oh, see? Interleague play?
Only 5 at-bats.
Who'd you get your hit off of?
Matt Cain.
Really?
Matt Cain in San Francisco.
That's a good one to have in your book.
I hit it between Barry Bonds and Omar Vizquel.
Now that is a cool story. Nick Allen, right-handed hitter, takes a strike on the outside corner. Omar Vizquel, one of the great glove men of all time.
I'm proud of my hit, but I'm almost just as proud as my ground out against Tom Glavine.
Ooh.
Little 4-3.
He was here last night. He'll be here tomorrow. Braves TV. The 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner.
Him and Clemens were my guys growing up. I wanted to be a mix between Glavine and Clemens.
That's a pretty good combo.
Didn't work out that way, but I had lofty goals.
Aim high, right?
I did. I aimed really high. Let's put it that way.
0-2. It is outside. It's hard to think of these Braves and not remember Smoltz, Glavine, Maddox. I mean, John is here with Fox to our left, and then you added on Kevin Millwood and so many other
Steve Avery back in the day.
Pitchers, yes. 1-2. Pitch to Allen is outside. Narvaez thought he framed that into strike 3. He did not. And it is 2-2. I mean, Matt Cain in that time was one of the great right-handed pitchers in all of baseball. For a perfect game around that time in his career. The 2-2 is skied into center field. Rafaela's got a beat on it. He'll drift in and make the play there 2 down. I saw Gregor Blanco in Monterrey, Mexico, when the Red Sox went down there for that spring training exhibition. Gregor now works in the commissioner's office, and I'm serious. He made, I think, what is about the best catch I've ever seen in my life in that Matt Cain perfect game as Verdugo comes up to booze. You know the triangle out there, Triples Alley they call it in San Francisco. I mean, that's where baseballs go to die. 2 down as Verdugo takes a ball inside, and I think it was the 7th inning of that perfect game as it turned out. A ball that off the bat you said, well, that's it. Headed for one of those archways. 1-0 to Verdugo. That's a ball outside 2-0. 6-4 Braves, 2 down, bases clear in the top of the 8th. And out of nowhere, Blanco just made one of those unbelievable all-time Superman back and to his right diving grabs. 2-0, foul back. And almost every perfect game has one of those.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to look that up. I can't wait. I want to see this. I always like pitching in that ballpark.
Innings. Well, it's a pretty good place to pitch.
Except the bullpens. The bullpens, I'm not sure if they're the same now, but you could warm up down the side. Everything's facing home plate. So if you overthrow the catcher, everybody has to call timeout.
They moved him in. The 2-1 pitch is down and in. They're in now behind the walls. They thought that actually it was a deterrent, Lenny, as it's 3-1 to Verdugo, to get free agent outfielders because they were worried about running over them and ripping up their knees in foul territory. 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll be there later this summer to Verdugo. That pitch misses inside. And that is ball 4.
That happened to me 2 or 3 times. I'm warming up. Time. Guy in the bullpen can't throw strikes. But I tell you, pitching in a nutshell is you go out and stink in the bullpen. I struck out the side that outing. This says everything about pitching, right? You never know what you're going to take out of the pen.
So a runner aboard with 2 down for Austin Riley. Whitlock walks his former teammate. Here's Riley. That's a slider. On the outside corner. I'm playing it for you right here, Lenny. The Matt Cain, June 3rd, 2012. Gregor Blanco in right field. 0-1 here at Fenway. The pitch is a changeup swung on and missed. And it is 0-2.
Oh, my. Yeah, that was straight Superman catch.
Diving onto the warning track, Blanco. He's such a lovable guy. And the look on Cain's face told the whole story. Like, are you serious? Here, Whitlock bounces a changeup in, and it is 1-2. 6-4 Braves in the top of the 8th. So you got your only hit off that dude.
That guy. That's a Rolex, by the way, for Blanco. If I've got Cain money.
Part of those 3 World Championship teams in 5 years with Bruce Bochy at the helm. The 1-2, a little bit low to Riley, and it's 2-2.
So his changeup's best when it's just missing down below the zone. Yeah. These are probably 5 baseball lengths under the glove.
6-4. 1 on, 2 out. Verdugo dancing away, held by Toro. The pitch is skied into center field. Rhett Sedan drifting back onto the track. He's there to make the play, gliding. He is so awesome out there.
Makes it look so easy.
He's not quite Gregor Blanco on that play, but he's got that in him. Montero coming on. Sweet Caroline time at Fenway. 6-4. Braves lead for the Red Sox. It'll be Story, Toro, and Narvaez's schedule. I think Alex Cora may make some moves when we come back on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Memorial Day deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Samsung. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more. Like the Samsung Bespoke French Door Refrigerator featuring beverage center and dual ice maker. Shop at Lowe's today. We help, you save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you'd like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
Well, the Red Sox have a crowd here tonight on a Saturday evening at Fenway Park that is ready to go crazy. Leading the battle back into this game, 6'4", Rafael Montero is on for the Braves. He's been a little bit of a mixed bag since he came over from Houston. 13 Braves appearances, a 3.97 ERA. He will see Story, Toro, and Narvaez. Big, tall right-hander throws. One of the big arms of the game, and a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Was that called a ball? It was. Looked close, but it's 1-0 to Story. Trevor walked in the fourth, singled in the sixth.
Righties are batting 125 off Montero. Lefties 292.
Another ball. And you got the lefty Toro on deck. I think you'd really like Story to be patient here. 2-0. The pitch. Driven high and deep into right center field. Back toward the bullpen. Harris on the run. At the track. He's there to make the play. Michael Harris is one of the great defensive center fielders in all of baseball. He just robbed Story and made it look easy.
It's a good piece of hitting right there. Drove a pitch right to the gap. Made that catch look really easy.
Don't you think that's out if he doesn't grab it?
I thought that ball was out of the ballpark. Just kept going.
This guy, maybe not. It maybe short hops the wall, but even still, that's spectacular. And here's Toro with one down. Pitch is upstairs. I will say this. I said you want him to be patient, but he got the pitch he wanted right there. Put a really good swing on it. That's an encouraging couple at bats for Trevor.
And we've seen him put some good swings ever since Kansas City.
1-0 is outside, but called a strike. This home plate umpire, Paul Clemens, is having a really bad couple innings. You can't give this pitch that's 3 inches off the plate. He did it to Devers, and he does it to Toro here. 1-1 is a check swing. Did he go? You can't do that, too. Man alive. Abraham Toro right now is going, wait a minute. It should be 3-0, and I'm behind 1-2.
Yeah, you're putting the hitters in a bind, putting them in certain counts where they have to protect now instead of waiting on a good pitch to hit.
Montero shakes the catcher, Baldwin. 1-2 to Abraham Toro, the pitch. Rocketed down the right field line. Extra base hit for Toro. It's going to ride the rails. Go around the wall. The right fielder White picks it up. Toro will hold at second. Good play out in right field. Well, Paul Clemens, when he misses calls, the Red Sox respond. It's a one-out double for Toro.
We talked about lefty's batting average, 292 against Montero. He saw that pitch, kept his hands on top of an elevated fastball.
And now here's Carlos Narvaez. I mean, you do have David Hamilton available on the Red Sox bench, but they use him usually to run late in these games. Carlos has had a good night. He's walked, lined out to right here. He takes outside. Montero has not yet thrown a first pitch strike. Want to know? I think Alex Cora also is learning to really trust Narvaez in the big spot.
He's shown that he's capable of not expanding outside the strike zone, getting good pitches to hit.
Carlos drives one down the left field line, foul. He yanked a splitter outside the chalk. The third baseman, Riley, that's really interesting. The spray chart on Narvaez must be dead, Paul, because he was basically hugging the chalk, Riley was. It's 1-1.
Got the hands inside that ball.
6-4 Atlanta. Runner at second with one down. Montero sets, he throws. Narvaez drives one into left field. That's a base hit. Toro's going to be held at third. This guy, Carlos Narvaez, is absolutely nails, and the Red Sox have him at first and third.
You talked about slowing down the heartbeat in big situations and coming up big. This is what this guy's been doing so far this season. It's a great piece of hitting right there. Just driving the ball, not out of the ballpark, but just a good, solid, level swing to that ball.
And now here we go. Hamilton will run for Narvaez. That is such a great sequence there. And I think David, when he pinch runs like this, is almost automatically in run mode. We saw Cedon bunt a ball foul when Hamilton got a great jump. Check the numbers in a moment on Baldwin throwing behind the plate. Tying runs on base. Here is Cedon, who's had a really impressive night at the plate. First and third, big lead at first. And Hamilton not going. Cedon swings and fouls a fastball back right to the screen, and it is 0-1.
He's in hit mode right now. That was a fastball above the zone. Super aggressive right now, trying to get the ball into the gap.
0-1. They throw to first. Hamilton dives back in. Six for Atlanta, but speed on the bases. Hamilton leading at first. He runs. The 0-1 is swung on a miss. Throw to second. Not in time. Head first slide for Hamilton. And the Red Sox have the tying runs in scoring position. In the end, that was a really good throw by Baldwin. Close play, but Hamilton beats it. It is 0-2 now to Cedon, who needs to put the ball in play.
It's a really good jump on Montero right there. Needed to get in scoring position. Now you've got the tying run on second base.
Cedon in an 0-2 hole. They'll concede one run. Got to put it in play here. Infield back. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Cedon takes the ball way high. Duran is out on deck. 1-2 to Cedon. Montero sets. He throws. Swing and a miss. He could not check his swing, Cedon. That was a splitter in the dirt. That really hurts. Spot where you just need to put the ball in play to get a run. Cedon a little over anxious and couldn't hold up.
That's what pitchers do when they get to two strikes. If you're 0-2, 1-2, you have the ability of throwing a pitch that looks like a fastball that's down below the zone, getting the hitter to chase.
So now Brian Snitker is going to come out and go to another right-hander. I believe it is Pierce Johnson to face Jarren Duran. Second and third, tying runs in scoring position. 6-4, 2 outs in the 8th at Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, Visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Durant hoping to open up his eager eyes as the Red Sox trailed by 2. Pierce Johnson, the right-hander, who's done a good job against lefties, is on. The tying runs in scoring position. Almost any hit into the outfield with Hamilton's speed at second will tie the game. The results of our poll from the New England Chevy dealers question of the day on the way. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup that your New England Chevy dealers find exciting offers too in the powerful Silverado and feature pack all-new Equinox. Durant has had a really nice night. Two-run homer, sharp line out to left. Chance to tie it right here. The pitch is a breaking ball in there. Curve, center cut for strike one.
You can see why he's effective against lefties. He throws that curveball 71% of the time. So basically, you know what's coming.
No, hope he hangs one. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Durant drives one into right field. Base hit. Game is gonna be tied. Toro scores. Hamilton, a bullet train home. It's a 2-run hit for Durant, and we are knotted at 6.
Did I hear hanger? Well, he was ready for it right there. And again, great level swing on a breaking ball, not trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark, just going station to station. It's a great piece of hitting right there, sitting back and letting the hands do the work.
What a weapon Hamilton is. He's going to score on anything there. And now here's Devers, and with 2 outs, I think Durant's got to be in run mode here.
You got to be aggressive right here. Get yourself in scoring position for Devers.
He leads at first. And a long set from Johnson. And a throw to first. They almost got him. He was leaning.
He was going on that.
This is the interesting thing, Lenny. I mean, Brian Snitker takes Montero out. He brings Pierce Johnson in. Lefties 4 for 20 against him. I bet you that's the only time all year that Durant will face a new bullpen arm, and he's right-handed.
Analytics, right? Looking at numbers.
The numbers say it's tied here. Durant scampering away at first base. Fenway is alive. The pitch is way high. Jaron took a couple of steps towards second and did not go. Devers has looked fabulous tonight. Double, single. He did come up empty his last time. Chance to put the Sox ahead right here. 1-0. Durant runs. The pitch is outside. Throw to second. They got him. What a brilliant throw by Baldwin. Durant is gunned down at second, and the inning is over. I don't know whether he stumbled or what. That was a fabulous transfer and pop time from Drake Baldwin. Durant is out at second. We go to the 9th inning, tied at 6 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada?
Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, the Red Sox are going for it. Aroldis Chapman is on the mound here trying to keep it tied as we go into the top of the ninth. And why not? You got Olsen, Ozuna, and Baldwin. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Kickstart your summer with Nissan. These offers are going fast at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Unfortunately for the Red Sox this year, they've not been able to use Chapman enough lately in save situations. It seems like every time he comes on, he's trying to keep the game tied.
What? How many was it? 3 out of the 4 losses on the road were all walked off. I mean, they've been in situations where they've been either tied or having used them in those situations.
Left on left, Matt Olson, the batter. Chapman throws a fastball up and in. He was credited with the loss after a walk and walk-off knock, but he has been fabulous, has Chapman. Trying to keep it right here. It cannot be a comfortable at bat for Matt Olson. 1-0 is a strike. Fastball at 98 miles an hour. And it is 1-1 against Chapman. Olson is actually 2 for 5 with a home run. That is impressive. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball 99.
That ball had some life on it. Ball started right down the middle of the road. Actually looked like it rose a little bit.
Tied at 6 in the ninth. 1-2. Chapman throws. Pitch. Swinging a foul. Pretty balanced swing there out of play. And it's 1-2. What say you now after that swing from Olsen?
I'm looking for a split. That split that starts down at the bottom of the zone. Get him the chase right here.
1-2. Way over to pull on the infield dirt. The pitch is splitter. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He didn't chase it, but it was dotted by Chapman, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch right on the black outside to Olsen. And again, he threw a fastball up and in that rose. That's a complete opposite. Ball's tumbling right into the glove.
Red Sox 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Atlanta 6-12-1. Here is Ozuna, always scary. Strike on the inside corner. And it is 0-1. Updated box score brought to you by Mass Lottery. They celebrate the game we love from the baseball diamond of the lottery games that support all our 351 cities and towns. 0-1 is up and away. Sinker at 100 miles an hour. And it is 1-1. These two had a long chat before the game. Chapman and Ozuna. 1-1. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Can't throw a fastball better than that. 100 on the corner. And it is 1-2.
Ozuna took that, and all he could do was sit there and smile. Not much you can do with that.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, I'm in trouble.
He'd already shown a slider first pitch of this at-bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, top 9. The pitch is outside. I mean, the Red Sox, if Chapman can hang a 0 here, in the bottom of the ninth, have Devers, Bregman, and Campbell due up.
I'll take a walk-off. I think the team needs that little bit of energy right now.
You ain't kidding. 2-2. The pitch is line foul on the first base side, out of play. Remember, the SWAT team was up here with the binoculars on, bulletproof vests, sighted guns, looking into buildings. Almost reached out with a hat and made the play.
Take a little souvenir home.
Why not? 2-2. The pitch is in the dirt. Slider. And it's 3-2. You can't walk Ozuna here.
It's a good try. I like that slider down and in. Missed the spot a little bit, but the idea was good.
We do have some speed on the bench, do the Braves. 3-2. Pitch is low, ball 4. He did walk him. So we'll see what Brian Snitker does here. It is a 1-out walk. So the go-ahead run is aboard, and they will run for him. The one thing about Chapman this year, he's just not been that bothered. They're going to bring Williams on to pinch run.
His first pitch strike percentage is way higher than his normal career average. I think that's the biggest difference. Yeah, he'll walk a guy here or there, but overall, he's getting ahead with strike one. That puts him in the driver's seat as far as getting people to swing outside the zone.
So a strikeout and a walk. And now the go-ahead run, and they will, the Braves, go for it right here. Here comes Sean Murphy, scary hitter, pinch hitting in the 9th, throw to first. That was almost into the Red Sox dugout. Chapman way overthrew and yanked that thing. Williams, for the Braves this year, has stolen 2 bases, not been caught. He's leaning. And the pitch is inside to Murphy. Murphy's always scary. 235, 8 homers, 18 driven in. In his career against Chapman, Murphy 1 for 4 with a double. 1-0 in the 9th. The pitch inside. He yanked that fastball. 2-0.
Last 2 fastballs almost look like they're cutters. Everything's kind of diving in glove side. Kind of cutting it off a little bit. If he threw that off the plate outside, it'd be a good pitch.
Tied at 6 in the top of the 9th. Chapman trying to keep it there. The pitch is foul back to the screen. Man, a challenge fastball. 98 at the top of the zone. And it's 2-1. The Sox got 2 in the bottom of the 7th. 2 in the bottom of the 8th on a Duran base hit. And that's why we're tied. Trying to keep it right there is Chapman. 2-1. Pitch is in there. He was looking for something else. That was a slider that totally fooled Murphy. And it's 2-2.
So I'm thinking if I'm Chapman, I'm doubling up right here because Murphy's probably going to be looking for that fastball.
2-2. Runner at first with 1 down. Tie game, top 9. The pitch is loop foul. Late on a heater, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, 98 right there in the inner third. Just missed that one. Does he go back to the split right here?
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out in the 9th. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got a 99-mile-an-hour fastball up and out of the zone. And they're 2 away. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo. Sox and Braves tied at 6 in the 9th. Pitch is swung on and missed by Ozzie Albies. Great slider, and it's 0-1. How about that pitch to Fan Murphy? That was, 101 as a sinker tailing away?
Hey, this is my best bullet right here. See if you can go out.
He could not. 0-1. Pitch driven into left field. That's a base hit. Story went after it, could not quite get there. So now, after the Albies hit, the Braves have the go-ahead run at second base. Ozzie at first. Then here comes Michael Harris, the second.
So we threw him 2 sliders in a row. You don't see that very often from Chapman. 2 sliders, same exact location. He was able to make that adjustment right there to drive that ball in the left.
2 on, 2 out. Tied at 6. Aroldis Chapman on the third base side of the rubber. He throws. Harris takes a ball outside. Fastball at 100 miles an hour against Aroldis. Harris has a hit. Only 1 at-bat against him. Game in the balance. 1-0. Outfield straightaway and deep. Pitch way outside. Fastball yanked 100 miles an hour. And it is 2-0.
He's doing that a lot with his fastball today. It's got that cutting action, just getting around it a little bit.
Other than the one that struck Murphy out, that was more the sinker that seems to be a better weapon for him. 2-0. Pitch. There is a strike. Good slider. He's had that pitch, Lenny, and it's 2-1.
So now off a slider like that, he can go up and in against a lefty right here, and I feel like he's going to get a swing and miss.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Top 9. They lead at first and second. Chapman throws. Swinging a foul on the third base side. He doubled up on the slider. Way late off the end of the bat, and it's 2-2.
So I don't want to do that again. I don't want to throw a slider again. That'll be 3 in a row. He looks like he got the barrel to that. He's seeing that pitch pretty effectively. Again, go back to your best pitch if he can control that fastball.
Fenway comes alive. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him 100 miles an hour for Chapman. The game stays tied. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 6-6. And why not? Devers, Bregman, and Campbell after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
Your dream getaway, welcome in, starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding. Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Life offers us choices. When shopping for a luxury SUV, you should have the same benefit. The 2025 Lincoln Corsair SUV offers a traditional gas powertrain and the plug-in hybrid Grand Touring model. The spirit of choice continues with several available features to leave you reinvigorated, including perfect position massaging front seats, the jet appearance package, panoramic vista roof, and more. With an impressive list of both standard and available features, the right choice becomes clear. Discover it for yourself by visiting your local Lincoln retailer. Lincoln, the power of sanctuary.
Boston sports opinion more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
To the bottom of the 9th we go. Boy, do the Red Sox feel like they need a win right here. Tied at 6. It'll be Devers, then Bregman and Christian Campbell. Pierce Johnson continues in the game. Game attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, get it right here. Crispy chicken sandwich, spiced just right. Here's Devers. Pitch. He is swung on and missed. He was in swing mode. Curveball in under the hands, and it's 0-1.
He wanted to end this game with 1 pitch.
I would be good with that.
I'd be cool with it too, yeah.
0-1 to Devers, who's doubled, singled, and walked. He's been great tonight. 0-1, the pitch. Way outside, a curveball. I mean, he's been so patient, Lenny. It was such a big swing of the bat his last time. Ripped a base hit into left. Scored a run. Made it a 2-run deficit before Duran tied it. 1-1 to Raffy. The pitch is way outside a fastball. And it's 2-1.
You know what's coming right here. We talked about 71% curveball rate. Now you're just waiting for him to hang one down the middle and put a charge into it.
Just put it into the universe, Lenny. 2-1. The pitch is drilled high and deep into right field. Adios, Carito! Walk-off homer. He got the hanging curve. He launches into the bullpen, and the Red Sox win it 7-6.
Will, you just might get that hug. I'm telling you what. Looking for that same pitch, the scouting report does not lie. He got the hanging curveball, and he did not miss it.
Oh, man, do the Red Sox need that. He is mobbed at home plate, hugged by Cedon and Ref Snyder. That is the swing of the season. The Red Sox off the mat. They trailed this game 6-2. 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and a big bolt from Rafi Devers that wins it in the 9th.
That's the charge this team needed. Hopefully they can take that momentum into tomorrow and continue through the season. That's what Rafael Devers can do, put a team on his back when they need him most.
Lenny, there are moments in seasons before we hug that do change momentum, and that was a totally resilient, gutsy, gritty effort, and all wins are not created equal. To have your superstar deliver right there is such a signature moment.
Continually throughout this season, we've seen the Sox offense score early and just kind of fade off into the night late in games. Tonight was a different story. 2 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th, and a final killer blow in the 9th inning by Rafael Devers. That's what they need to do. They need to finish ball games.
His first career walk-off home run.
No.
Number 1.
That's incredible. You could have told me that was his 20th, and I would have believed you.
What a moment for him.
Wow.
And what a total team win for the Red Sox. Aroldis Chapman does the job, and the Red Sox win it 7-6. Nissan postgame show next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox.
Lowe's sabe que ahora más que nunca buscas el precio más bajo. Por eso, cuenta con nuestra garantía de precios bajos para obtener lo que necesitas a precios competitivos para tus proyectos. Y si encuentras un artículo igual a un precio más bajo que califica, te lo igualaremos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Igualación de precio aplica al artículo igual con un precio actual en tiendas calificadas. Aplican términos y exclusiones. Detalles en lowes.com/garantía precios bajos.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Well, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Red Sox win it 7-6. A walk-off homer, the first of his career for Rafi Devers, and it was launched into the bullpen. What a game, Lenny. I mean, the Red Sox fell behind by 3 in the first inning, by 5 in the third. They scratched and clawed. It was 6-2 going to the 5th, 2 in the 7th, thanks to Devers and Narvaez, 2 in the 8th, thanks to all the big boys, including Jarren Duran, who put them within 2. And then they tie the game on that swing from Duran, and they give it to the big boy, and he did not disappoint.
Tell you what, that's a team effort right there. You talk about giving it to the big boy. The big boy, Rafael Devers, wouldn't have been in that situation if it wasn't for the bullpen, too, putting up 5 goose eggs there after Giolito struggled. But again, Rafael Devers is the type of player, he can put the team on his back. We talk about slowing the heartbeat down and rising to the occasion. No bigger occasion than that right there.
It's a really good point. I mean, Bernardino, a scoreless, great inning. Nick Berti, 2 scoreless, although he worked around 4 hits. Garrett Whitlock works around a walk, and then Aroldis Chapman. What a gutsy performance that was, a walk and a hit to get that big strikeout to keep the game tied and set the stage for Rafi. Red Sox win 7-6. God, did they need that game? They will have a chance at a series win tomorrow. We'll continue with the Nissan postgame show from Fenway right after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
Life offers us choices. When shopping for a luxury SUV, you should have the same benefit. The 2025 Lincoln Corsair SUV offers a traditional gas powertrain and the plug-in hybrid Grand Touring model. The spirit of choice continues with several available features to leave you reinvigorated, including perfect position massaging front seats, the jet appearance package, panoramic vista roof, and more. With an impressive list of both standard and available features, the right choice becomes clear. Discover it for yourself by visiting your local Lincoln retailer. Lincoln, the power of sanctuary.
Next Level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Bundle Deal Days at AutoZone. Well, I do need a bundle of things. When you bundle, you save. Do I save if I bundle oil with an oil filter? Save up to $12 on that bundle. What about brake pads and rotors? Bundle those and the brake pads are free. Can't save more than free. You can save on hundreds of deals during Bundle Deal Days. Ends June 2nd at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Duralast brake pads only.
Hi, I'm John Tobin, co-owner of Laugh Boston and a proud board member of Smile Mass. Our mission is simple. We help families raising children and adults with disabilities live happy, healthy lives through education, recreation, and vacation experiences. Join us on June 2nd, 2025 at Red Tail Golf Course in Devons, Mass. for the first annual Smile Mass Golf Tournament. Whether you're swinging for a great cause or looking to sponsor, we'd love to have you. To become a sponsor, contact golf@smilemass.org. That's golf@smilemass.org.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Bundle Deal Days at AutoZone. Well, I do need a bundle of things. When you bundle, you save. Do I save if I bundle oil with an oil filter? Save up to $12 on that bundle. What about brake pads and rotors? Bundle those and the brake pads are free. Can't save more than free. You can save on hundreds of deals during Bundle Deal Days. Ends June 2nd at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Duralast brake pads only.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What a win for the Red Sox. Feels like maybe a turning point in this season. 7-6, Devers walks it off. And Alex Bregman's so kind to join us. Alex, you know, you've talked so much about being a visitor in this ballpark in those moments when things get tight and tense. What was it like really for the first time on a big Saturday night wearing the Red Sox uniform and being a part of that game?
I mean, it was badass, to be honest with you. It was awesome. Fenway was rocking. That was awesome. That's a great